The following is a production of Hometown and Home Country Radio Sports.
Schaaf motion in the 3-1. Ground ball towards first base. Montag waits back, has it cleanly, steps on the bag, ball game over. Golden Bears win. And chase that one hard, deep left center field, back towards the fence, no doubt about it. 2-run shot by Abby Capacious. 0-1 delivery, and that one is rocketed into the right center field gap. Bodie racing over, but she can't get to it as it one-hops the fence. Dickman chugging towards second base, but throws a good one. The tag is down, out at second base. Oh, what a throw by Bodie in right field. 6 Ks in tonight's ball game by Schaaf. She's back onto the pitching rubber with an 0-2 count on Lamb. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. She got her. Huge K by Ella Schaaf.
Video streaming on the Algona Radio YouTube channel is brought to you by Kemna Auto Center, where it's not just about the car, it's about the care. Algona Municipal Utilities, community owned for community benefit. Bauer Plumbing and Heating of Emmitsburg and Algona. Iowa State Bank, helping people succeed. Algona Frame and Auto Body, we meet by accident. PMC Advantage Insurance, having the advantage makes all the difference. Now, here's Sports Director Tyler Lance.
For the second time this season, it's the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears and the Belmond-Klemme Broncos in top of Iowa West softball action. Tonight, 2 of the best pitchers in the conference square off for the second time this season as the 7-1 Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears try to continue one of their best starts in years against the 6-7 Belmond-Klemme Broncos. These two teams matched up opening up the season, and it was a great game, of course. Golden Bears ended up winning that one by a final count of 3-2, and tonight they'll try for the season sweep over Belmond-Klemme. First pitch next on KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio are brought to you by these fine sports club members.
American Glass. For all your glass needs, think American.
Farm Bureau Financial Agents Dave Beich, Jason Brace, Daniel Foth, and Michael Toth.
Chemco Tires. They're all you need to know about tires and service.
Weikert Realtors, the 515 Agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Billy Offerman, your State Farm insurance agent in Algona. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Iowa Lakes Community College, your community, your college.
Lusher Family Dentistry, serving your family since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
PMC Advantage Insurance Services, insuring our neighbors for over 80 years.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, caring for Algona, Sway City, and the surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional, and physical therapy services.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic.
Just about set to get going from the Bishop Garrigan High School softball diamond tonight between the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears and the Belmond-Klemme Broncos. For the Broncos, their starting 9, the second baseman Kendra Hudapole, as she'll play second base and bat leadoff. Jordan Molenbrook plays third base and bats second. Addie Lamb catching and batting third. Ellen Negrete at shortstop hitting cleanup. Lily Pigman at first base hitting fifth. Kaylin Morris, the starting pitcher, batting sixth. Jaden Jass, the designated player, batting seventh, as she will bat for the flex player, right fielder Sierra Kuntz. Quinn Gabrielson in center field batting eighth, and Nevi McMurray batting ninth in left field. For the Golden Bears, Alyssa Hoagland leads things off and plays right field. Zoe Montag at first base batting second. Abby Capacious at shortstop hitting third. Hannah Marin at third base batting fourth. Ella Schaaf is pitching tonight and batting fifth. Lily Wickman, the designated player, batting sixth, as she will bat for the flex player Shiloh Trainer, the catcher. Sasha Alish hits seventh, playing center field. Violet Bodie in left hitting eighth, and Molly Peterson playing second base, batting ninth. Beautiful night here in Algona, Iowa for high school softball action as the Golden Bears start going for the conference for the second time around. Their second matchup of the season against Belmond-Klemme, as Schaaf will face the leadoff hitter Kendra Hudapole. Hudapole, right-handed batter for the Belmond-Klemme Broncos, leading things off here from the Bishop Garrigan softball diamond in the top of inning number 1. Hudapole, right-handed hitting sophomore, batting .318 so far this season of 6 RBI, awaits the first pitch by Schaaf and is upstairs, and we are underway from Bishop Garrigan High School. The game time temperature tonight, 74 degrees, a very pleasant evening. Not much wind to speak of tonight, as the flag out in right center field is just about completely limp. Few clouds in the sky, but not too much, just wispy clouds. Sunlight on the field right now as Schaaf works with a 1-0 count on Hudapole. Top half of the first inning, Schaaf motions and brings the 1-0. And she'll find the corner for a called strike. Got the outside part of the zone that time to even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ella Schaaf trying to continue what has been the best pitching year of her career so far. The senior making 8 starts so far for the Golden Bears with a 7-1 record. 1.24 ERA, which would be by far a career best if she maintains that. 1-1 pitch, rolled to the first base side, foul, and that'll make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 45 innings pitched so far by Schaaf, 54 strikeouts compared to just 20 walks, and opponents batting just .182 against the right-handed senior for Bishop Garrigan. Picked up a win earlier this season against the Broncos, 3-2. In a pitcher's duel season opening game between her and Caitlin Morris, Belmond-Klemme's starting pitcher for tonight, 2 of the better arms in the conference. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Ella Schaaf climbed the ladder that time, and Hudapole was fooled, and that is out number 1 of the ball game. So 1 out, nobody on base. And Jordan Mullenbrook will be the batter for Belmond-Klemme, as Mullenbrook so far this season batting .320, 2 home runs and 10 runs knocked in, as Mullenbrook is the number 1 power threat in the Bronco lineup, 2 out of their 3 home runs so far this season. Mullenbrook wearing jersey number 12, digging into the right-handed box, waves the bat above the right-handed shoulder, and Schaaf misses up and away for ball 1, 1-0 count. Belmond-Klemme wearing the navy blue jerseys, the white Broncos in lettering across the front, and the white Bronco logo on the back. White numerals on the front and back outlined in green. They have white jersey stripes down the side and a green jersey stripe down the side of the jersey as well. 1-0 pitch, and that one caught the low outside corner for a called strike. Schaaf even things up 1 ball and 1 strike. Golden Bears in the black uniforms tonight. Black jersey tops, black jersey pants. The Gold Bears underlined across the front of the jersey. The gold numerals on the front and back, and the white stripes down the shoulders of the jerseys. Wind in the 1-1 pitch. That ball is taken by Mullenbrook, up and away to make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Golden Bears wearing the high gold socks as well, with the 3 white stripes laterally across them. 1 out, nobody on base for Belmond-Klemme, as Mullenbrook steps back in. Lamb on deck. The right-handed hitting Mullenbrook hits about halfway up in that box, as Schaaf offers up the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ladder high cheese that time to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Couple early swings on that high offering, even a little bit above the letters by Ella Schaaf. Bronco hitters have been tempted by that so far in this game for the first 2 hitters. 2-2 count. Schaaf brings the pitch. Fouled off first base side, and we'll do it again with a 2-2 count. That one was fouled off towards the parking lot. I don't think anyone parked in the front row tonight. People have gotten wiser after seeing a few softballs going flying towards the parking lot earlier this season. But Mullenbrook battling with a 2-2 count against Ella Schaaf. Outfield protecting the lines. The center fielder Arlish straight up as that pitch is going to get away from Trainer behind home plate, just missing the zone, and the count goes full at 3-2. Bodie, the left fielder, is playing pretty close towards the line in left field, as is the right fielder Hoagland for Bishop Garrigan. The center fielder Arlish positioned pretty much straight up in the outfield. 3-2 count, Schaaf back into the pitching circle. The Garrigan senior is ready with the full count pitch. There is a 1-hopper to shortstop, gobbled up by Capacious. Quick throw onto first base, and that is out number 2 of the inning. 2 up, 2 down as Abby Capacious handles her first chance of the night. And the Broncos will try to get a 2-out rally rolling here in the first inning with their catcher, Addie Lamb. Lamb, one of the better athletes in the conference in multiple sports, wearing jersey number 22 as she comes in hitting .333, on base percentage of .417 for the tall right-handed hitting Lamb. Wearing jersey number 22, as Schaaf, trying to work a 1-2-3 first inning, will come into the zone and get ahead in the count 0-1. Dimensions here at the Bishop Garrigan softball diamond: 180 feet down both the left and right field lines, 195 towards the left center and right center gaps, and 210 out to dead center. Schaaf working ahead of Lamb 0-1. 0-1 count, pitched by Schaaf, and missed up and away. Count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike on the Belmond-Klemme number 3 hitter. Ellen Negrete waits in the on-deck circle for the Broncos. Belmond-Klemme is a team hitting .278 this season with a .372 on-base percentage. Lamb providing some pop in the middle of that batting order. 1-1 pitch. Lamb reaching for one, probably a little bit outside as she fouls it back to the screen. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch was probably 3 or 4 inches outside by Schaaf, but trying to extend the zone of the Bronco batters and get them to chase some pitches early. And so far, the Bronco batters have obliged in that. Golden Bears, 5-1 in conference play so far. Belmond-Klemme 3-4. 1-2 pitch by Schaaf. Called strike 3, caught the bottom of the zone, and the Broncos go down 1-2-3 in the first inning. No hits, no runs, no errors, 2 strikeouts by Ella Schaaf, and the Golden Bears will get their first time up next on KLGA and at the Algona Radio YouTube channel.
We've got more sports club members making this broadcast possible on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Reeb's Wicked Good Bar and Grill. For wicked good food, drinks, and service, you gotta go to Reeb's.
CB Grain Solutions, satisfaction guaranteed.
New Way K&H Co-op, delivering exceptional value through knowledge and innovation.
Dump it. They do the dirty work so you don't have to.
Albert Electric. Flip the switch to Albert Electric.
Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants, where everyone counts.
Yemlin Builders and Apartments, quality apartments for rent, beauty and craftsmanship that will never go out of style.
Daylight Donuts, open early with delicious donuts and great coffee.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
Hey Golden Bear fans, this is Abby Capacious. You're listening to Golden Bear Softball on KLGA.
Let's see if Abby Capacious and the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears can do some damage in the bottom of the first inning against Kaylin Morris, the pitcher for the Belmond-Klemme Broncos, who just finished up her warm-up tosses. This inning, it'll be Alyssa Hoagland, Zoe Montag, and Abby Capacious. 1-2-3 in the Golden Bear batting order. A batting order that comes in hitting .401 so far this season with a .476 on-base percentage, helping the Golden Bears out to a 7-1 record early on this season. So here's Hoagland, left-handed batter for the Golden Bears, as Hoagland so far this season really earning her spot in the leadoff part of the order, batting exactly .400, on-base percentage of .500 for Hoagland. Hits out of an open left-handed stance, out at the far edges of the left-handed batter's box as she rests the bat upon that back left shoulder. It's a left-on-left matchup as the southpaw Morris delivers and finds his own for strike one, 0-1 the count. Morris is going to provide a big test for the Golden Bears tonight. The sophomore pitcher for Belmond-Klemme has made 13 starts this season to the tune of a 6-7 record. She's pitched 82 1/3 innings with a .255 earned run average, 112 strikeouts already compared to just 32 walks. As Hoagland rolls that one towards the circle, picked up by Morris, throw to first base, not in time! Hoagland hustles down and beats that out on the slow roller. Morris had to unload that ball quickly, and the left-handed pitcher unable to throw out Hoagland at first base. So a little infield tapper that probably goes about 30 or 40 feet out in front of home plate, results in a base hit for the Golden Bears and the leadoff runner aboard for Zoe Montag. Montag has been unreal at the plate as of late, batting .607 right now to lead the top of Iowa West. She's gotten hits in 7 consecutive at-bats over the past 2 games. We always talk about how the 1 and 2 hitters in the order set the stage for Abby Capacious, the number 3 hitter. And that is exactly what's happening as Montag bunts. It's back to the screen, and that is strike one.
You're good, Zoe.
Drop the head of the bat on that one as she falls behind in the count 0-1. Left-handed hitting first baseman for the Golden Bears. Montag and Abby Capacious right now, 1 and 2 at the top of Iowa West in terms of batting average. As Montag steps back in, it's out of an open stance with that front foot up on its toe. Pitch to Montag, and she takes a good long look at that one, but it's a little bit inside, and the count for Morris evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. Opposing hitters batting just .212 against Morris so far this season, and she really pitched an outstanding game against Bishop Garrigan, first time these two teams matched up. Like we said, Morris is one of the better pitchers in this conference, and just a sophomore for the Broncos. 1-1 pitch. Montag tries to tap that one, but comes up empty, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Garrigan Jr. When these two teams matched up in the very first game of the season, Morris pitched 7 innings, only gave up 5 hits, walked 1 batter, and struck out 13 Golden Bears. She did give up 3 runs, but all 3 of those runs were unearned as the Broncos made 6 errors behind her. Pitch to Montag, there's a roller towards shortstop. Negrete picks it up, has to hurry, throw to first base, not nearly in time. Nobody was really there to cover the bag either. And safe at first base is Zoe Montag. So back-to-back infield singles as the Golden Bears use that speed to their advantage. And now the stage is set for Abby Capacious. 2 runners on base, nobody out, and a left-on-right matchup as Capacious will try to walk in here. First baseman Pigman on that last play was way off of first base. Not that it mattered. Montag hit that one too slowly to be retired at first base, but Pigman kind of found herself out in no man's land that time and tried to find the first base bag. First pitch to Capacious. And patiently watches that one go up and away for a ball, 1-0 count. That high heat can be a very tempting pitch to swing at, but when you're ahead in the count or when you're seeing the first pitch of the at-bat, you really want to lock in for something that's good for you. Outfield very deep for Capacious, just a couple steps in front of the fence. The left fielder McMurray and the center fielder Gabrielson way out there. 1-0 pitch to Capacious. Big cut, and she found the back of the screen. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Morris did a nice job of keeping that pitch away. She brought it down a little bit lower than her last offering, but kept that one outside where Capacious couldn't turn on it. Capacious back into the box for Bishop Garrigan. The senior batting .577 this year, 4 homers and 18 knocked in. And she'll watch that one go upstairs for a ball, 2-1 count. This is a dangerous time for Morris. Obviously, you want to pitch carefully to Capacious with 2 runners on base, but if you walk her here and load the bases for nobody out, you have Marin and Schaaf coming up next, which are 2 very productive hitters for the Golden Bears. Wind in the 2-1. Capacious watches that one go, and it misses the zone. 3-1 count on Abby Capacious. And now she can really lock in, look for something right down the middle, and try to pull one out of the park and give Garrigan a 3-0 lead. 3-1 count. Capacious locks back in. Morris, the 3-1 offering. Capacious blasts that one, deep left field, way back and gone! Abby Capacious right on cue, drives a 3-run homer out of the yard, and the Golden Bears strike first. Home run number 5 of the season by Capacious, and boy did she see a 3-1 pitch she liked that time. It was down into the zone. Capacious loves those low pitches in the strike zone where she can scoop it out, drive it over the left center field fence, past that 195 sign, and she does just that. Golden Bears throw a right hook to start the game. 3-0 Bishop Garrigan, still nobody out. And once again, the top 2 hitters in the lineup, Hoagland and Montag, key to start that inning, getting on base and allowing that to be a 3-run homer instead of a solo shot. Well, Capacious went 3 for 4 against Morris in the season opener. Now starts off with a home run against Morris in this game. 21 RBI so far this season by Capacious, and now Morris will try to settle back in. Essentially a fresh situation, but losing 3-0 now are the Broncos, as Marin rolls the first pitch towards shortstop, and it sneaks through into left field for a base hit. 4 straight hits to begin the ball game by the Golden Bears as Marin squeaks a single in between Negrete and Mullenbrook. Negrete had a chance to knock that one down on the backhand side, but again, I think Marin would have beaten that one out for a single, even if Negrete makes the play. As now Ella Schaaf will be the batter. All kinds of pressure now on Kaylin Morris. And it is so different seeing a pitcher the second time in a season versus the first time, especially when it was game number 1 and the hitters were still behind the pitchers as the first pitch goes up and into Schaaf for ball 1. Although it was a close game the first time these 2 teams matched up, a 3-2 Bishop Garrigan win. Not necessarily the best played game, as we saw certainly a lot of errors committed in the field. Belmond-Klemme committed 6 errors behind Kaylin Morris and a ton of strikeouts. Bronco batters struck out 8 times against Ella Schaaf. Golden Bear batters struck out 13 times against Morris as Schaaf pops it up straight in the air. Land behind home plate in foul territory, makes the catch, and Morris has the first out of the inning as Schaaf is retired on the foul pop-out. But point being, these 2 teams are certainly not in mid-season form in the first game, but they're going to be a lot closer to that now as we play in the second week of June. 1 out, Marin on first base, and Lily Wickman, the designated player, batting. Wickman off to a nice start at the plate. 5 for 10 for the Golden Bears, as the 8th grader has appeared in 5 games so far, 3 of them starts. First offering by Morris, misses outside. It's off the glove of Lamb, and Marin's on her way to second base. Passed ball will put a runner into scoring position for the Golden Bears. That pitch did miss a few inches outside, but that's one that's right on the glove of Lamb. You'd like to see the catcher make the play behind home plate there if you're the Broncos, but instead, another runner in scoring position for Bishop Garrigan. Wickman batting, Olish on deck, Bodie in the hole, and a 3-0 Garrigan advantage. Wind and the 1-0 pitch. Wickman chased one outside. That was a pretty similar pitch to the last time, and the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. That pitch is right on the chalk of the left-handed batter's box, so a couple inches off the plate. As Marin's at second base of 1 out. Outfield pretty straight up for Wickman. Decent gap towards right center field as Kuntz in right field is a couple steps towards the line. 1-1 pitch. Wickman watches that one dip down on the way for a ball, and she works ahead in the count 2-1. Golden Bears, as we said, hitting 401 as a team so far this season. Last year they batted .361, which was their best mark in years, and so far well ahead of that pace. The one complaint you could make, though, has been the hitting of runners in scoring position as the 2-1 pitch is flied in the air, fairly deep left center field, moving over McMurray, and she makes the catch, and Marin has to stay put at second base as Wickman flies out to left field. 2 away, runner at second base. Golden Bears leading the Broncos 3-0 as Sasha Olish will be the batter. Olish trying to get that season rolling here. She's 4 for 20 at the plate. Still looking for that first RBI as she'll take a couple practice cuts. But with a 4.01 batting average, Golden Bears have not quite produced that clip of runners in scoring position yet. We've seen a lot of Golden Bear games so far this season with a lot of base runners, but a lot of runners left on base as well. So that early home run by Capacious of a runner in scoring position is big, and now trying to bring home another run from second is Olish as she attacks the first pitch and fouled it back to the screen for strike one. 0-1 count. Besides that, not a lot you could complain about offensively, though, if you're Bishop Garrigan. On base at a 476 clip this season. That's up from 429 last year. Again, as soon as that hitting of runners in scoring position comes around a little bit more, this offense is going to be putting up double-digit runs on a pretty consistent basis. 0-1 pitch. That is a ground ball past third, and it's through into left field for a base hit. Marin gets the stop sign at third base as Olish sneaks that ball in between third base and shortstop. Second time this inning the Golden Bears have done that, and that is already hit number 5, delivered by Bishop Garrigan. That will put runners at the corners, as there's 2 away, and Violet Bodie will be the batter for Bishop Garrigan. Bodie, the left fielder, number 8 hitter in the lineup. 4 hits and 21 at-bats so far this season. 2 runs knocked in, and an opportunity here of a couple ducks on the pond. Bottom half of the first inning as the Golden Bears have jumped right on top of Morris. They're not spotting her strike 1 and strike 2, as may have been the case in the season opening game when Morris piled up 13 strikeouts. Morris taking a little extra time here to check the wristband and settle into the pitching rubber. First offering to Bodie is outside as Lamb stabs it over in the left-handed batter's box, and a 1-0 count against Bodie. Peterson on deck, the number 9 hitter, as the Golden Bears look to bat around in the first inning, leading 3-0 already. Bishop Garrigan's last game on Friday night was a 12-0 win over West Hancock, as the 1-0 pitch is over the head of Bodie to the backstop. Here comes Marin from third base. Slide, tag, not in time. Marin scores, and it's 4-0 Bishop Garrigan, as moving up all the way to third base, Sasha Olish. So Olish ended up taking second base, then took third base on the pitch to the backstop, and Marin scores from third base. So now 4-0 Golden Bears as Bodie ahead in the count now 2-0. Hitter's opportunity here for Bodie. Much like Capacious worked ahead in the count, you can look for a pitch to drive here for Bodie. Big gap towards left center field. The left fielder McMurray more towards the line. The center fielder Gabrielson towards right center as Bodie cuts and misses. Chased one down and away. That wasn't exactly the offer you want on the 2-0 pitch. Kind of pulled the head out a little bit too, and it's a 2-1 count. Still a couple pitches to work with here for Bodie. Shaffe set the Broncos down 1-2-3 in the first. Golden Bears doing damage here in their half of the first as Bodie flares that one foul first base side. That one's out of play. Ooh, look out there. That was close to a car over there in the parking lot. Missed it by a foot or two. You would have hated to have seen that. A ball hitting a car in the parking lot. Someone who dared to park on the front row. 2-2 count. Wind and the pitch. Bodie line drives that one foul first base side, and will do it again if a 2-2 count on the right-handed hitting senior for the Golden Bears. Bishop Garrigan's won their last 6 meetings against Belmond-Klemme. Broncos' last win over the Golden Bears was 5-4 on May 24th of 2021. Golden Bears have won 10 out of 11 against the Broncos dating back to the start of the 2017 season. Morris settles in. 2-2 pitch. That one is rolled back to the middle, knocked down by Morris, recovers, throws to first base, in time for the out as Bodie is retired. But the Golden Bears send 8 batters to the plate. They get 5 base hits and score 4 runs. As we now head to the second inning, it's Bishop Garrigan 4, Belmond-Klemme nothing on KLGA 92.7 and at the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
At Security State Bank, we realize each customer has a unique set of needs and goals. That's why we place a greater value on providing outstanding customer service. All products and services are designed for customers within our local community. We value each customer that walks through our door and wants to give them the personalized attention they deserve. Find out why Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne is your partner in community banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Security State Bank.
We go to the second inning on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube stream. Bishop Garrigan strikes for 4 runs in the first inning and leads Belmond-Klemme 4-0, as it'll be hitters number 4, 5, and 6. Negrete, Pigman, and Morris due to bat for Belmond-Klemme. Negrete, a right-handed hitting shortstop for the Belmond-Klemme Broncos, will face Ella Schaaf, who struck out 2 batters in the first inning. The Bronco junior batting .318 so far this season, with 5 runs knocked in, and she'll take strike 1 from Ella Schaaf. Tyler Lansfield tonight flying solo. Beanie Bodie's busy doing a rain dance out at his field right now, but not the kind of dance that is asking for rain. He's trying to ask Mother Nature to turn away the rain for a little bit and give him a chance to get some stuff done in his farm. 0-1 count. Wind in the pitch by Schaaf. There's a wave in the miss for a strike. Count goes to 0-2. I actually passed by his farm earlier today and saw him doing that dance, gyrating out there in his field as he tries to get rid of the rain. And I asked him if he needed to go to the hospital, but he said he was just doing the rain dance. So nothing to worry about there, folks, but Beanie's got some stuff to do today. 0-2 count. Schaaf, Roxanne delivers, and missed on that one. Good take by Negrete, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Broncos come into this game 6-7, spotting the Golden Bears 4 runs in the first inning. Broncos have had a lot of heartbreaking losses, though, this season, including that 3-2 season opener against the Golden Bears. Of the Broncos' 7 losses, they have 3 one-run losses and 1 two-run loss, as that one is flared first base side foul territory on top of the Garrigan dugout, and we'll do it again if a 1-2 count. So they are playing competitive softball just about every game, but they have had some trouble finishing off close games. Golden Bears scored the go-ahead run against Belmond-Klemme in the late innings on that opener on an error by the Broncos. Defense has been the Achilles heel for this Bronco team so far this season, with 35 errors committed in 13 games. Besides that, though, I mean, their lineup, they've got a good, solid 5 players to really hit above 300. 5 players hitting .318 or better in this Bronco lineup, and a good starting pitcher, as that one is down and in for a ball. Count evens at 2-2, but sometimes the routine plays on defense get away from them a little bit. But that top 5 in the Bronco order, again, 5 players at .318 or better. That is pretty solid, and going to give you a chance to score some runs on a nightly basis. 2-2 count. Schaaf battling against the innings leadoff hitter Negrete. Winds and delivers. That one is foul tipped at home plate, and we'll do it again if a 2-2 count. Negrete staying alive there by the skin of her teeth. First batter of the inning for Belmond-Klemme, as Pigman waits on deck. Morse in the hole. Schaaf vying for strikeout number 3 of the evening. Schaaf will take a quick glimpse of the wristband. Motions and brings the 2-2. And missed downstairs. Boy, what an at-bat this is turning into from Negrete. Battling back from behind in the count to force the count full against Schaaf. It's 3-2 now. Negrete standing in the shadows along home plate. Schaaf out in the sunlight. The senior's 3-2 pitch. Rolled back towards the circle. Schaaf has it cleanly. Flips it onto first base in time for the out. And it's 4 up, 4 down so far for the Broncos as Schaaf wins the battle against Negrete. 1 out. Lily Pigman, the first baseman, will be the batter now for Belmond-Klemme. Pigman, a right-handed hitting sophomore for the Broncos, as she's batting .268 so far this season, with 5 runs driven in. She has started all 13 games for the Broncos. Bounce from the right-handed side up near the front of the box, out of a slightly closed and crouched stance. Here's Schaaf with the first offering, and Schaaf just missing on that one, and it's a 1-0 count. So Pigman batting, Morris on deck. Schaaf, last time these teams matched up and went the whole 7 innings, gave up 7 hits and 2 runs, walked 2 and struck out 8. Off to a good start again tonight. Missed up and away on that one, though, and the count goes 2 balls and no strikes. And we said it multiple times so far this season, but worth repeating. Schaaf's improved control has been one of the big factors in her game this season. The walks have consistently gone down throughout her career, and working ahead of the batters has gone ahead as well, but right now behind 2-0. Pigman taking, there's a called strike. Caught the low inside corner. Not the pitch you want to swing at 2-0 anyways, as Pigman will let that one go by as the count goes to 2-1. Number 5 hitter in the Bronco batting order. Pretty big gap towards left center once again as Bodie left fielder is near the line. Hoagland quite shallow in right field for the Golden Bears as the 2-1 pitch to Pigman. And that one is just out of the zone. Missed a little bit more down and in that time as the count goes 3 balls and 1 strike. 4-0 Golden Bears as we play in the top half of the second. Top of Iowa West softball action here on KLGA. Golden Bear lone softball loss this season was a 1-run loss against North Iowa. The 3-1 pitch is ball 4, and Pigman will head down to first base. So Broncos have their first base runner of the game, trying to respond to a 4-run Golden Bear inning, and Kaylin Morris, the pitcher, will have a chance to help our own cause here. Kaylin Morris stepping into the box. She'll be the first left-handed batter for the Broncos, hitting .385 this season, and just as impressively, and in fact more impressively, a .636 on-base percentage. She has walked 18 times compared to only 9 strikeouts. Hits out of a squared left-handed stance. First pitch to Morris, and that one catches the outside corner for a called strike. Count goes to 0-1. Morris has been absolutely sizzling at the plate lately over the past 2 games. 5 hits in her past 6 at-bats. Looking at the last 2 for the Broncos. Runner at first is Pigman, 1 out. As Shave trying to work around the first base runner of the ball game. The center fielder Arlish a step towards right center. As Shave finds the outside corner and she's ahead 0-2. That was a situation where Shave hit the outside corner on her first pitch, went just a little bit further outside on her second pitch, and enticed the umpire to maybe extend the zone a little bit by just ever so slightly going a bit further outside. 0-2 count as Shave works ahead of Morris. The Bishop Garrigan senior fires in the 0-2. Missed it down and away. It's blocked by Trainer, but it skips away now, and Pigman heads up to second base. Looked like Trainer blocked that one initially, but it pinballed around home plate. It hit Trainer, then hit the umpire, then looked like it hit Trainer again, and that third deflection is what knocked it back to the screen. And that allows the Broncos to get their first runner in scoring position of the evening. Pigman now to second base as the count goes 1-2 on Morris. Shafe powers it past her for strike 3. That is K number 3 by Ella Shafe. And Morris is gone on the 1-2 count K. Second out of the inning is remaining at second is Pigman, and Jaden Jass, the designated player, will bat. Jass wearing jersey number 6, has 4 hits and 39 at-bats so far this season for the Broncos. 2 runs knocked in. Hannah Marin protecting the line at third base for the Golden Bears defensively. Outfield moves in a couple of steps as there's 2 outs on the runner on second. Pitch to Jass right down the heart for a called strike, and Shafe works ahead 0-1. We talked about some of the Golden Bears' struggles this season, hitting runners in scoring position. On the opposite side of things, Ella Shafe has done a wonderful job stranding runners in scoring position so far this season. Pitching in pressure situations of runners on base. And working through it is a huge key as the pitch swung on a missed, and Shafe works ahead 0-2 in the count. Got Jass to take one outside. So far today, the Bronco hitters are laying off low pitches, but they're chasing outside pitches and high pitches. Something to note as the game goes on, as the Broncos have the number 7 hitter Jass behind in the count 0-2. Shafe winds and fires. Upstairs to the backstop, ball takes a friendly bounce back to Trainer, but there's no play at third base as Pigman got a good read, and she moves up 1 station here with 2 outs. Couple balls from the backstop early in this ball game, as Shafe tried to rear back for a little extra there of 2 strikes. 1-2 count. Shafe settles in and pitches. There's a little tapper behind home plate, and we'll do it again if a 1-2 count as Jass stays alive. Quinn Gabrielson waits in the on-deck circle. The number 8 hitter. Nevi McMurray, the number 9 hitter, if it gets that far after Gabrielson. Top of the second inning here from the Bishop Garrigan softball diamond. Shafe trying to strand a Bronco runner on the base paths. Looks at the wristband. Brings the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Shafe got her. It's back-to-back Ks, and the Broncos strand a runner at third base. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Bishop Garrigan 4, Belmond-Klemme nothing on KLGA and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream.
Thank you to these sports club members bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Kasuth Regional Health Center. Make KRHC your home for healthcare.
Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country, carrying steel and Toro products and Green Mountain pellet grills.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush always beats a full house.
Ruhnke Brothers Full Service. Experience the Ruhnke Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Erpelding Boyd & Company CPAs, they're not just about taxes.
Hy-Vee, use the Fuel Saver card. Fill your cart, fuel your car.
North Iowa Appliance Center, Highway 18 East in Algona, where they sell the best and service the rest.
Erpelding Excavating Enterprises. Let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
AK's Chrome Kitchen. When you come in, your family.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
Hello, Golden Bear fans. This is Coach Purdy. We're listening to Bishop Garrigan softball on KLGA.
Bishop Garrigan looks to add to a 4-run lead as we play in the bottom of the second. It'll be 8-9 and 1 in the batting order after the Golden Bears scored 4 in the first. Molly Peterson, Alyssa Hoagland, and Zoe Montag as Morris tries to get this game back under control, missing inside on the hands of Peterson for ball 1. Peterson, the second baseman for the Golden Bears, has really done a fantastic job at that number 9 spot, rounding out the lineup and getting some runners on base for the top of the order, as Peterson so far this season posting another good batting average for the Golden Bears. 1-0 pitch by Morris. Peterson, check swing, that's a called strike on the outside corner, hitting .353 so far through 8 games. 6 hits and 17 at-bats for the right-handed hitting junior. Golden Bears, though, sent 8 players to the plate in the first inning. That inning was highlighted by a 3-run homer by Abby Capacious. A 4th run scored on a wild pitch, as that pitch misses. Wild there, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Peterson digs back into the right-handed box. Pretty noticeable gap towards right center field as Gabrielson, the center fielder, is a couple steps towards right center. The third baseman Mullenbrook a step in front of the bag as the pitch is down and away from Morris, and the count goes to 3-1. Morris shaking her head here and just a little trouble finding that early release point here in the second inning. Does not want to put the leadoff runner on here for the Golden Bears, especially if the production from the top of the order. 3-1 pitch, and that one misses for ball 4, so Peterson draws the leadoff walk and does her job, getting things back to the top of the order for Alyssa Hoagland, who rolled a single back towards the circle her first time up and was able to beat out that infield hit. Hoagland, though, started the year towards the bottom of the lineup, usually in the 6 and 7 spot for the Golden Bears, but she's been producing so well, she has forced her way up to the number 1 spot, and she wants to bunt. She bunts it towards the first base side, picked up by Morris, throws to first, it's a little high, but holding the bag is the second baseman Hudapol, who covered. The bunt will sacrifice Peterson up to second base, and Hoagland out at first base. That is a lot of pressure on the defense, though, as that'll go 1-4 on the out at first. But excellent job by Hudapol getting over there and covering the bag at first because the first baseman Pigman had charged in to field that bunt. So Hoagland retired, now Zoe Montag. Montag with hits in 8 consecutive at-bats. Will she make it number 9 here in the bottom of the second? Left-on-left matchup. The wind and the pitch, Montag taking that one, and it's a little bit down and in for a ball, 1-0 count. I would not underestimate the difficulty of facing a left-handed pitcher if you're the Golden Bears, because you really don't see any other lefties on the Golden Bears schedule besides Morris, so it's a totally different angle, especially tough on the left-handed hitters like Hoagland and Montag. But so far, Golden Bears seem unbothered as they lead 4-0. Pitch to Montag, took a good long look at that one, and it finds the outside part of the zone for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. Morris is the top of Iowa West leader in strikeouts, although she has also walked the most batters as well. But leading the conference in innings pitched, so those numbers tend to tick up. 1-1 count, wind in the pitch. And that one is up and in as Montag takes it, and the count goes to 2-1. Outfield straight up for Montag, a couple steps shallower as they know she wants to use that speed, beating out infield hits as she did the last time around. Capacious looms in the on-deck circle for Garrigan. Wind on the pitch. Montag taps that one back to the screen, foul, and we'll have a 2-2 count from Morris on the upcoming pitch. Peterson at second base, advanced on the sacrifice bunt by Hoagland. Initially got on via walk to start off the inning, as Montag will dig out some dirt around the home plate area and step back in. The southpaw Morris motions and brings the 2-2. Montag rolls that one up the middle, and that one's got to sneak on through into center field for a base hit. Peterson stomps at third base, and Zoe Montag with hits in 9 consecutive at-bats. How about that? And once again, Abby Capacious will bat with 2 runners on base. We'll see if Montag takes off and tries to steal second at any point in this at-bat. But that's a good hold at third base by Coach Purdy. Sometimes you send the runner, but no need in taking a risk when your number 3 hitter is coming to the plate. They are more than trusting that Abby Capacious will find a way to at least drive in the run from third. Capacious hit her 5th home run of the season, her first at-bat. Wind down the pitch. In tight for a ball, 1-0 count. Montag went about 40% of the way to second base trying to draw a throw from Lamb, but nothing doing as Montag retreats back to first. But Abby Capacious standing in right now. She is the school record holder in home runs, as well as batting average and RBI. Right now leading the top of Iowa West in homers and RBI. As that one is in tight and it drilled her. Abby Capacious drilled by the pitch, and the bags are full of Golden Bears. If there's one person who did not want to get hit by the pitch and get the free pass there, it was Abby Capacious. I can tell you for a fact, she was making home run number 2 and wanted a chance to hit, but instead it'll be on Hannah Marin. Bases loaded, 1 out, nowhere to put Marin. The junior hitting .440 this season with a homer of her own and 8 runs knocked in. Peterson on third, Montag on second, Capacious on first. Corner infield coming in for Belmond-Klemme. Pitches off the glove into the backstop. Here comes Peterson from third base, and she'll slide in and foul a throw. 5-0 Golden Bears. That was a playable ball behind home plate. Lamb had to extend towards the left-handed batter's box to try to reach that one, but ultimately the Golden Bears pull ahead 5-0 here as the run comes home to score from third. That looked like a reachable pitch there. And Montag's now at third base, Capacious now at second. As Marin steps back in. Outfield, deep for Marin. The motion by Morris on the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball towards third base, and that one sneaks through for a base hit. Here comes Montag. Here comes Capacious around third base. There will be no throw to the plate, and now Marin's taking second base as the Broncos fell asleep on defense. 7-0 Golden Bears. 2 runs knocked in by Hannah Marin. We'll call that an E5 unofficially, but whatever you score it, that is 2 more runs for Bishop Garrigan. 4 in the first and 3 in the second. And now Ella Schaaf, the batter. Boy, that one just snuck right past the glove of the third baseman Molenbrook. Then the left fielder McMurray took a long time to get that ball in. And Marin just went to second base as the Broncos really weren't paying attention. 1-0 counts as the pitch is down and away to Schaaf for ball 1. So the Golden Bears pounce for a 7-0 lead. 4 in the first, 3 in the second, and only 1 out so far this inning. As Schaaf popped out to catcher her first time up. It was a foul pop out for the Bishop Garrigan senior. Wind in the 1-0 pitch. Schaaf rolls that one slowly down the third base line, and that one will creep foul about 90% of the way down the line before it swerved into foul territory. So Schaaf will settle back into the box with a 1-1 count right now. The top of Iowa West ERA leader is Schaaf. Kaylin Morris of Belmond-Klemme's third in that category, and Forest City's excellent freshman Brooklyn Gertis, second in the conference in ERA. Right now, Schaaf trying to help her own cause as the 0-1 delivery. Fouled back to the screen. That pitch came up and in on the hands of Ella Schaaf. Tried to turn on it and just fouled it back as she falls behind in the count. So Morris looking for a big strikeout here as Wickman waits on deck for Bishop Garrigan. 7-0 Golden Bears. Already have more hits than they got the entire game last time against Belmond-Klemme back on May 24th. The next pitch by Morris. Missed down and away as Schaaf wasn't tempted. Marin taking a healthy secondary lead at second base. Gets back to the bag as Schaaf will take a couple practice cuts here for Bishop Garrigan. Schaaf batting .417 with 6 runs driven in so far this season. Morris will look for some instruction from her third base dugout and then check the wristband before stepping back onto the pitching rubber. Working from the third base side, Morris offers up the 1-2. In tight, and it gets away again from Lamb behind home plate, and up the third base goes Hannah Marin. Well, here at the Bishop Garrigan softball diamond, the ball starts in the sunlight at the pitching circle, then goes into the shadows, and then almost back into the sunlight again, all on its path to home plate, and it almost just looks like Lamb is having trouble picking up the ball behind home plate right now. 3-2 pitch. Schaaf flies that one in the air, shallow right field. That one's trouble, and it curves foul at the last minute. Schaaf nearly dumped a blooper into right field for a base hit, but that ball had some serious English on it and spun foul. Schaaf missing by about a foot and a half there from a bloop single. That would have made it 8-0 Garrigan. But she'll continue to battle now with a full count. Middle of the infield is pretty wide open. The shortstop Negrete towards third base, and the second baseman Hudapol a little bit more towards first base. Wind in the 3-2 pitch. Outside corner called strike 3. Schaaf's not going to like that one, but she will like it if she gets that call when she comes back out to pitch the next half inning. So a strikeout looking. Ella Schaaf is retired. Now it's 2 outs. Marin remaining at third base for the Golden Bears. As Lily Wickman steps in. Wickman a fly out to medium deep left field her first time up. Left field is a tough sun field. McMurray is wearing sunglasses out there, but still shading her eyes with her hand in spite of the sunglasses as Wickman takes. And that pitch will just miss a little bit downstairs for a ball, 1-0 count, as Morris, exasperated in the circle, wanted that one. Wickman this inning is the 7th batter to hit for the Golden Bears. They sent 8 to the plate in the first, now 7 batting in the second. As the pitch to Wickman, line drive towards shortstop, caught! Caught by Negrete, and the inning is over. Wickman hit that one on the screws, but ultimately retired for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Golden Bears do score 3 runs, then leave 1 runner on base and lead 7-0 as we head on to the 3rd on KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube channel.
We've got more sports club members making this broadcast possible on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Algona Livestock, sales every Monday.
Countryside barbecue sauce, 2 sauces for all seasons.
Farm and Home Services, view their listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Holmes Animal Clinic, animals large and small, they love them all.
Style Salon, your salon in Algona. Create yourself.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance. Visit their studio or danceconnectionbymichelle.com.
TAFE Wellness Center in Algona and Armstrong, keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Take charge of your health.
Signworks for all of your signage needs, as well as printed shirts, caps, and jackets. Stop in or call 295-9544.
Down to Earth Tree Service, your local Algona tree service.
Lichter's Garage Door Service, a reputation you can trust. Call 515-295-5988.
Sports Club members bringing you this game on the radio.
Hi, Golden Bear fans. This is Violet Bodie, and you're listening to Bishop Garrigan Softball on KLGA.
We get the 3rd inning underway from the Bishop Garrigan High School softball diamond as Belmond-Klemme sends hitters number 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order to the plate. Quinn Gabrielson, Nevi McMurray, and Kendra Hudapole. Broncos trailing the Golden Bears right now 7-0. Golden Bears are 4 in the first and 3 in the second. I have been informed that Beanie Bodie has given up on his rain dance. He has retired to the beaches in Florida, and he brought his metal detector as he is searching for some hidden treasures underneath the sand. So the rain dance may not have worked, folks, but Beanie has other things to do as well. 1-0 count as Gabrielson works ahead here. Right-handed batter for the Broncos. Schaaf, so far with 4 Ks through the first 2 innings. Works the 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a miss by Gabrielson. Schaaf coming down and in that time and tied up Gabrielson as the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. Gabrielson 8 hits and 39 at-bats so far this season, batting .205 for the Broncos. Has K'd at 19 times, which is tied for the team lead with their leadoff hitter, Mullenbrook. As Gabrielson takes that one down and away over in the left-handed batter's box, and Schaaf behind in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Schaaf, as we said, the top of Iowa West leader in ERA, came into the season with a good ERA, but this year has gone to the whole next level as the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Schaaf got Gabrielson to elevate the strike zone, and the count evens up at 2-2. But coming into the year, Schaaf was sitting at .386 as far as career earned run average. But so far this season, .124 in the pitching circle. Schaaf, 2-2 offering. Got her for strike 3. Schaaf painted the outside corner, and Gabrielson went into protect mode, had to try to make contact, but couldn't reach it. And that is K number 5 already by Ella Schaaf. That is good for out number 1 of the inning as Nevi McMurray rounds out the Belmond-Klemme starting 9. Number 9 hitting left fielder digs into the box. McMurray from the right side awaits the first offering by Schaaf. Batting .286 this year as a freshman, 10 runs knocked in. And that one backs McMurray off the plate for ball 1. 1-0 count. Zoe Montag a step or 2 in front of the bag at first base for the Golden Bears. Hannah Marin about even with the third base bag. Outfield relatively spread out. Golden Bears have been protecting the lines in the outfield tonight. They have Bodie left fielder way over towards the left field line. Kind of opening up a gap in left center field, but so far the Broncos have not hit a ball out of the infield, so the outfield alignment has not yet been tested as McMurray is ahead in the count now 2-0 as Schaaf missed on that last offering. Schaaf will wipe off that right hand as she'll climb back onto the pitching rubber. The Bishop Garrigan senior works the 2-0 pitch. Popped high in the air, foul third base side, and that one will get over the bleachers and make the count 2-1. McMurray saw a pitch she wanted there for the 2-0 count. Maybe a little bit up that time, but if you can get on top of that, you can drive it. Especially here on a night where really not much wind to speak of. That flag in right center field, totally dead out there. So you're not getting a boost, but you're not being hindered either by the wind tonight. Schaaf's 2-1. And that's a little bit upstairs, 3-1 count. We have not seen a whole lot of Broncos lay off the high pitches. Pretty much anything at the letters or even up to the chin has mostly been swung at tonight by the Bronco hitters, so a good take there by McMurray. Schaaf toes the pitching rubber again. Her 3-1 pitch. Missed down and in for ball 4, and that is the second walk issued by Ella Schaaf. Broncos have a one-out base runner as McMurray reaches first, and now it's back to the top of the order for Hudapol, who is a strikeout victim her first time up, 0 for 1. Hudapol, right-handed hitting second baseman. And like we said earlier with the Broncos in the second inning, you've really got to capitalize when these opportunities come around. Broncos could not capitalize on a runner in scoring position opportunity in the second inning. Now have a runner on first with 1 out here, and an 0-1 count on Hudapol. Because there aren't going to be a ton of opportunities with the way Schaaf's been pitching so far this season. So any chance you get to put pressure on the Golden Bears, you've got to find a way to do it. Especially down 7-0. The game already at the edge for the Broncos. Don't want to let it get further away as that one catches the low outside corner for a called strike. Throw back down to first base, but McMurray not too far off. And 0-2 count against Hudapol. Or check that 1-1 count as Mullenbrook waits on deck. Lamb in the hole for Belmond-Klemme. Schaaf delivers the 1-1. She'll square to bunt. They pull the bat back, and it's a called strike. Hudapol squared that time, but pulled it back, and Schaaf once again paints the outside part of the zone to make it 1-2. That low outside corner has been called pretty consistently. You could say they maybe give an extra inch outside so far tonight, but that's been called on both sides. 1-2 count. Schaaf rocks and fires. Swing and a miss for strike 3. She climbed the ladder and changed the eye level of Hudapol for strikeout number 6 of the ball game. So Schaaf already have 6 Ks, and that is out number 2 of the inning as Jordan Mullenbrook will be the batter. Mullenbrook grounded out to shortstop her first time around. Broncos have only put 2 balls in play so far tonight. A ground out to short by Mullenbrook and a ground out to the pitcher by Negrete. Everything else has been either a strikeout or a walk as the pitch to Mullenbrook fouled back to the screen. She was right on that offering from Schaaf, and the count goes to 0-1. Schaaf does a nice job, though, mixing up pitches high in the zone with pitches low in the zone and really changing the eye level of the Bronco hitters. We'll see if they're able to make an adjustment now that they've seen her once. And really not just seen her once. They saw her on May 24th, but seen her once so far tonight. If I'm the Bronco hitters, I might be thinking about changing my approach a little bit and trying to poke pitches towards right field, especially if that outside pitch keeps getting called. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2 count. Schaaf has largely lived on the outside part of the plate, so if the Bronco hitters are patient enough to wait back and just try to go inside out towards right field, there could be an opportunity for a few base hits. So far, they have not been able to do that yet tonight. 0-2 count. Runner on first base for Belmond-Klemme is McMurray. The 0-2 pitch. Down and in, McMurray stealing second base. Ball got away from Trainer, and McMurray will go in safely to second. She was stealing anyways on the pitch, but the ball getting away will secure second base for McMurray, as now it's a 1-2 count. Second straight inning of a runner in scoring position for the Broncos. Schaaf trying to strand her again, see if she can strike out the side here in the third inning. 1-2 pitch by Schaaf. Inside corner just missed. That's a good take by Mullenbrook because it was just off the inside corner. And the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That looked to be a changeup by Schaaf, slowed down the velocity a little bit. And Mullenbrook got to take a good long look at that pitch and determine it was a ball. Here's the 2-2 by Schaaf. Ground ball towards Peterson at second, goes down to one knee, makes the play, throws to first, and it's in time for the out. Mullenbrook with a couple of groundouts tonight, and that is out number 3 of the inning. So for the second time, the Broncos strand a runner on base, and they continue to trail Bishop Garrigan 7-0 as we will head to the bottom of 3 on Hometown Radio and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio are brought to you by these fine sports club members.
Farmer State Bank is proud to be part of our community. Offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Strowman Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Phil's Auto and Truck Repair. Service is the difference.
Trend Salon, your complete family hair salon. It's all about you.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, celebrating a life lived.
Algona Frame and Auto Body, we meet by accident.
Water Connection, from softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
Algona Pizza Ranch, there's so much to love.
Cotton Grave Farm Management and Land Realty in downtown Algona, trusted for farmland service needs since 1960.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
is Ella Shape. Are you ready for some Bishop Garrigan softball on KLGA?
And we start things off in the bottom of the third inning as Bishop Garrigan will have Seisha Olish, Violet Bodie, and Molly Peterson, the scheduled hitters. 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order. Olish, a base hitter first time up. That was back during the first inning as she pulled the ground ball in between shortstop and third base. Bottom of the third as Bishop Garrigan leads Belmond-Klemme 7-0 here in Algona, Iowa. A perfect night for softball action. Kaylin Morris back to work. Olish first pitch swinging, and that's a foul tip for a strike. 0-1 count. The pitch had some good sink by Morris, and now she's going to go exchange wristbands with her coach. Her coach is holding about 3 different wristbands. It ultimately gave one to Morris there, so Broncos came prepared tonight with some spare wristbands for their sophomore starting pitcher. But the southpaw works ahead, 0-1 on the count against Olish. Again, I'm Tyler Lance. We're going solo tonight. Beanie Bodie's been a busy man, as we've talked about earlier in this broadcast. Pitch by Morris, and there's a swing and a miss by Olish, and she's behind in the count 0-2. I am told that Beanie did not appreciate my comments about him doing a rain dance, and he has now actually created a voodoo doll of me. I was actually feeling some back pain earlier tonight, so I think that must be the voodoo doll that Beanie was messing with that caused that. So not a very nice way to treat your broadcast partner, Beanie, but I see how it is. 0-2 count. Morris settling back in. Wind in the pitch. Fouled straight back to the screen. Olish right on that one, as that ball was coming into your living room, and the count will stay at 0-2. It may have also had to do with all the trash I've been talking about the Minnesota Twins lately, who are a whole 8.5 games behind the Cleveland Guardians, staring up at the standings. Unbelievable, folks. 0-2 count on Olish as she continues to battle here as the leadoff hitter of the inning for the Golden Bears. Morris will clamber back onto the pitching rubber. Offers up the 0-2 pitch. Foul back again. Seisha Olish continues to spoil 2 strike offerings, and she continues to time up Morris with each additional swing. Morris tried to bring that one in a little bit further, but that one actually kind of stayed over the plate. It jammed Olish a little bit, though. You can see Olish shaking out her hand after that swing. That kind of gave her a stinger on the inside part of the bat, and she'll take an extra second to let that numbing feeling in the hands subside before she steps back into the batter's box. Nobody out, nobody on. Olish leading off the inning for the Golden Bears. Behind in the count 0-2 against Morris. Down and away. Morris went inside, then tried to go outside to change swings up against Olish, but Olish with a good take, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Golden Bears looking for their 7th straight win against Belmond-Klemme, dating back to 2021. And kicking off a big week of Golden Bears softball. Wind down the 1-2 pitch. That one is flared first base side, foul territory, past the coaching box, and we'll do it again if a 1-2 count. That is the 3rd 2-strike offering, spoiled by Seisha Olish during this at-bat. This is a prototypical leadoff hitter of the inning type of at-bat, as Olish continues to frustrate Morris. Morris piled up the strikeouts first time these two teams matched up, but so far tonight with just 1 K. And that pitch sails all the way to the backstop. Morris lost the grip on that one as she shakes out her shoulders. Lost the grip on that one, and the count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. But as we said, big week for the Golden Bears. This is always the tough non-conference week in the schedule once you get past Belmond-Klemme tonight. 2-2 pitch, and swing and a miss. Olish went fishing for one down low, and ultimately Morris wins a long, drawn-out battle against Seisha Olish, her 2nd strikeout of the night. Violet Bodie will now bat, and she grounded out the pitcher her first time up. But the Golden Bears, after tonight's top of Iowa West game against Belmond-Klemme, they visit Central Springs tomorrow night. Central Springs maybe not quite as dominant as they were the past couple of seasons, but that is always a good Class 2A opponent. And a tough matchup for Garrigan as Bodie rolls that one back to the circle. Morris bobbles, picks it up, lobs to first, and she got Bodie by a couple of steps for out number 2 of the inning. 2 up, 2 down, and finally a relaxing start to an inning for Morris as Molly Peterson will bat. Walked her first time up. 2 outs, nobody on for the Golden Bears. After facing Central Springs tomorrow night, though, Bishop Garrigan will play on Thursday night against Esterville Lincoln Central, right now ranked number 5 in Class 3A, one of the state title contending teams in that class, and they have a boatload of pitching available. First pitch to Peterson will miss, 1-0 count. Then Friday, it's back to a conference matchup against Lake Mills, who has had a disappointing start to the year so far, 2-8, but they always play the Golden Bears extremely tough, especially at that Lake Mills softball diamond, so this is not an easy week to navigate for the Golden Bears, but off to a good start, up 7-0 right now. Pitch outside corner for a called strike, evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. This is a good week for the coaching staff and the players to really find out what kind of team they have and how they get through a week against some tough opponents and a couple tough road trips. Golden Bears will be on the road 3 times in a row after tonight. 1-1 pitch. And that one missed outside, 2-1 count. Morris trying to keep it away on the outside corner from Peterson and trying to just extend that zone a little bit further and further out, but ultimately the umpire drew the line and said that one was outside. The sophomore Morris. The 2-1 pitch. Down and away for a ball, falls behind Peterson, 3-1. Well, the last thing Morris wants to do is put a runner on for Garrigan and face the top of the order yet again before we even reach the end of the 3rd inning. Nobody on, 2 outs, and Peterson ahead in the count, 3-1, looking for something to drive here. 3-1 pitch, popped up foul, first base side. That one's going to curve out of play, and it'll be a full count on Peterson. Hoagland waits on deck for the Golden Bears. Montag in the hole. The top of the batting order, extremely productive tonight for the Golden Bears. Hoagland, Montag, and Capacious. A combined 5 for 5 so far tonight, with a sacrifice bunt laid down by Hoagland being the only out recorded between those top 3 hitters. 3-2 pitch. Line drive towards right field, and it's in for a base hit. Just past the outstretched glove of the first baseman, Lily Pigman, and Peterson once again turns things over to the top of the Garrigan lineup. She's been on base twice tonight, and Alyssa Hoagland will get a chance to the bat. Singled her first time up, sacrifice bunted her second time up. And the Golden Bears continue to traffic on the base paths, not letting Morris work a 1-2-3 inning. So Hoagland will be the 4th batter of the inning to bat for the Golden Bears, who sent 8 to the plate in inning number 1, scoring 4 runs, and 7 to the plate in inning number 2, scoring 3 runs. Middle of the infield fairly wide open for Hoagland. Corner infielders in a step. Now the first baseman Pigman backs up as Hoagland takes a long look at that pitch and takes it downstairs for a ball, 1-0 count. Alyssa Hoagland right now has a streak going of 3 consecutive games with 2 or more hits. As we said, already has 1 of those on the board so far tonight, with the Golden Bears leading 7-0. Outfield shallow for Hoagland. Morris's 1-0 pitch. Hoagland takes another long look at that one, and it's downstairs again. And all of a sudden, Morris falls behind in the count, 2-0. Montag looming on deck. Obviously, Capacious is always scary, but right now, I don't think you want to face Zoe Montag, who has hits in 9 straight at-bats for the Golden Bears and counting. 2-0 count, Morris winds and fires. Hoagland takes, and that one's a called strike. Similar pitch to the last 2, but brought that one up just a little bit, and the count goes to 2-1. We talked all throughout the season. What the hitters ahead of Capacious can do really dictates how the offense plays for the Golden Bears, and that has been sensational so far this year as far as getting on base ahead of the number 3 hitter. Pitches up and away to Hoagland. It's the 3-1 count. So all of a sudden, after a quick 2 outs, strikeout of Walsh and a grounded by Bodie, Morris is struggling to find a strike zone. Fell behind Peterson before Peterson lined a base hit to right field. Now behind 3-1 against Hoagland. Hoagland swinging, tapping up the third base line. Oh, that's placed beautifully. They throw to first base, and they almost threw it away. Now running to third base is Peterson, and she'll go in safely. That throw was going to be unnecessary for the Broncos, as Hoagland could not have rolled that one out better towards third base. The third baseman Mullenbrook made an extremely risky play throwing to first, and ultimately the first baseman Pigman did a tremendous job lunging off the bag and avoiding that ball being thrown down the right field line. And now Zoe Montag will get a chance to bat this inning. Runners at the corners, and 2 away as Montag's 2 for 2 tonight. 9 consecutive hits for Zoe Montag, and number 10 here would bring in a run. Capacious looming on deck. Tough part of the order for Morris. Morris pitches. That one is flared towards shortstop. Getting underneath it and making the grab is Negrete. And the streak is over for Zoe Montag, and the Golden Bears strand runners at the corners. Bishop Garrigan threatens, but they do not score, as we will head on to the 4th inning. 7-0 Bishop Garrigan on 92.7 KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio are brought to you by these fine sports club members.
Farmers State Bank is proud to be part of our community. Offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Stroman Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Phil's Auto and Truck Repair. Service is the difference.
Trend Salon, your complete family hair salon. It's all about you.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, celebrating a life lived.
Algona Frame and Auto Body, we meet by accident.
Water Connection, from softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
Algona Pizza Ranch, there's so much to love.
Cotton Grave Farm Management and Land Realty in downtown Algona. trusted for farmland service needs since 1960.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Start of the fourth inning on Hometown Radio KLGA. Softball action between the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears and the Belmond-Klemme Broncos. And so far tonight, it has been all Golden Bears. 7-0 Bishop Garrigan. This is kind of a rarity between these two teams. As you said, Golden Bears have won 6 in a row against the Broncos, but just about all of those 6 have been close games. So far tonight, though, the Golden Bears scoring early and often, and Ella Schaaf pitching dominantly of 6 strikeouts and no hits allowed heading into the fourth. First pitch by Schaaf, and she'll miss down and in for ball 1 to the number 3 hitter, Addie Lamb. Lamb was a strikeout victim looking her last time up. She'll be followed by Negrete and Pigman this inning, 3, 4, and 5 in the Belmond-Klemme batting order. Top half of 4 here from the Garrigan softball diamond. 1-0 count. Lamb waves the bat above the right shoulder as she'll swing at that pitch and hit it hard, deep towards right center field. That's a gapper, and it's down for a base hit. Lamb will stretch this one into a double as the ball is cut off by Hoagland. Throw into second on one hop, but not nearly in time to get Addie Lamb. Some opposite field power for Belmond-Klemme's catcher, and a runner on base with nobody out. So first hit for the Broncos, and Ella Negrete will be the batter. Grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. So Lamb just muscling a ball towards right center field. As we said, not really any wind to speak of tonight, so that did not need a boost. That is double number 5 of the year for the Belmond-Klemme junior. And she is one of the more prominent athletes in the top of Iowa West. A lot of times you get a good athlete in one sport, they're going to be good in a lot of other sports, and that's the case with Lamb. Extremely prominent on the basketball floor as well. A good volleyball player for the Broncos. And a middle-of-the-order hitter and catcher for the softball team as Schaaf is behind 1-0 against Negrete. First ball out of the infield tonight. Hit by Belmond-Klemme. 1-0 pitch grounded up the middle, and that one's going to get through into center field for a base hit. Lamb is being waved around third. Golden Bears will throw all the way in. On one hop, but not in time. And advancing up to second base is Negrete. So Broncos jump right on top of Ella Schaaf here in the fourth inning of back-to-back hits, and they have their first run on the scoreboard, making it 7-1. That was a situation where I don't think the Golden Bears needed to throw that one all the way through. Alsh in center field wanted to be aggressive and get the runner at home plate, but that throw, even though it was on line, was plenty late as Lamb went in standing. And that throw to the plate allowed the runner to go up to second base. Pitches down and in for a ball, 1-0 count. That's a situation where you probably want to set up a cutoff play and see if you can somehow catch Negrete taking too big of a turnaround at first base and maybe throw behind her and getting out. Try to concede the run there and getting out, but instead, Broncos get the runner at second base with nobody out. And a run in for Pigman, who was walked her first time up. Pigman hits that one back up the middle. One hop to Capacious, makes the play, guns to first base, and has the out. Oh, man, Negrete saw her life flash before her eyes on the base path because she was taking her secondary lead off second base. The ball was hit right towards her, and it took Capacious into her path. So Capacious almost had a chance to tag Negrete out, and she scurried back to second base and avoided getting tagged out and doubled up. So 1 out. Golden Bears record the out on the first pitch to Pigman, and now Kaylin Morris will be the batter, 0 for 1 off a strikeout. Left-handed batter for the Broncos. Lone lefty in the lineup. Takes a big cut and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Schaaf kept that one on the outside quadrant of the plate, and it's an 0-1 count. Once again, the Garrigan outfielders, as we said a couple times tonight, protecting the line. Bodie in right field, or in left field, and Hoagland in right, both near to the line. Allish straight up in center field. 0-1 count, Morris waves and misses for a strike. Ball squirts away briefly from the trainer behind home plate, but not far enough for Negrete to go anywhere at second. And the home plate umpire will tell Morris, you've got to tie that back shoe. Morris had an untied shoe there as she'll tie it up and step back in. And that'll serve as a quick timeout for her as well, down 0-2, trying to collect herself against Ella Schaaf. Schaaf's 0-2 pitch. Cold strike 3, low outside corner. Morris thought that one was a little bit too low and a little bit too outside, but she will get the backwards K in the scorebook next to her name. Second time Morris has been struck out tonight, and that is out number 2 of the inning as Jaden Jass will be the batter. Jass, a strikeout victim her first time up. That is now K number 7, delivered tonight by Ella Schaaf. Runner at second base. Schaaf trying to minimize damage here as the Golden Bears lead 7-1. First pitch is waved at and missed for strike 1. Took a little off that offering, and Jass was out on the front foot, chasing that pitch at the letters. So Schaaf does a nice job really changing the timing of the hitters at the plate. You have to be disciplined and keep that weight on the back foot if you're hitting against Ella Schaaf, because you know the change of locations and change of speed both are coming. That pitch is down and in. It gets away from Trainer, and moving up to third base is Negrete. I'll tell you what, we talked about this earlier with Addie Lamb, but both these catchers have had some balls get by them tonight. Some trouble behind home plate, keeping the ball in front. Those shadows here at the field can play tricks on you. Home plate's now in the sun, and the pitching circle is now in the shadows, so that could be a factor as well. But the ball getting to the backstop allows Negrete to go to third, as that one is swung on and fouled to the plate. 1-2 count now as Jass is behind here, trying to pass the baton to Quinn Gabrielson, the number 8 hitter who waits on deck for Belmond-Klemme. Broncos had the leadoff double by Addie Lamb, then a single by Negrete. Negrete advanced to second base on the throw home, but back-to-back outs have kept Negrete on the base paths for now. She's at third base. 1-2 count. The pitch to Jass. Hit hard towards the first base side, but it's just foul. It is just foul. We'll do it again if a 1-2 count. Jass was inches away there from putting that one down the right field line and making it 7-2, but instead, we'll do it again if a 1-2 count. (7-1) Golden Bears here on Hometown Radio, KLGA Algona, and at the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. Schaaf offers up the 1-2. Popped in the air towards the right side of the infield. Peterson settling underneath it, and she'll make the catch. Out number 3 of the inning. Broncos do score 1 run. It's 7-1 Bishop Garrigan as we head on to the bottom of the 4th on 92.7 KLGA.
At Security State Bank, we focus on the needs of local families, businesses, and farmers. Decisions are made locally. We live and work in your neighborhood, helping to keep our local community vibrant and growing. We're involved in local community events. We believe in personalized service and advice that meets or exceeds your expectations. We're Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Bankers who believe in you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Security State Bank.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
Hey Golden Bear fans, this is Abby Capacious. You're listening to Golden Bear Softball on KLGA.
Abby Capacious leading things off for Bishop Garrigan in the bottom of the 4th as Kaylin Morris goes back to work. Golden Bears leading 7-1 right now as Capacious shows the bunt. She'll put the bunt down and foul it off, and that is strike 1. Capacious trying something new at home plate. I don't know if I've ever seen her bunt in the 4 years I've called Garrigan softball. I think that might be one that you probably leave in your back pocket if you're Capacious. Homered earlier this game, was hit by a pitcher last time up. I think if you're Coach Purdy in the Golden Bears, you want your number 3 hitter to swing away. Wind in the 0-1 pitch. Capacious attacks that one and flies it deep left field, and not quite deep enough as the catch is made out there by McMurray. Capacious got a little bit jammed that time and had their trajectory, but not quite the distance, as that is out number 1 of the inning. So she's retired for out number 1, as Marin will be the batter. Marin singled her first time up, reached on an error that brought home 2 runs her second time up. And a sigh of relief for Morris, as Capacious took a big cut at that one, and Morris relieved to get out number 1 of the inning. But Marin stepping back into the box, hitting above 400 so far this season for the Golden Bears. Wind and the pitch. Marin takes that one as it skips in for a ball. 1-0 count. Golden Bears have had traffic on the base paths every inning. At least 2 base runners each inning, as they scored 4 in the first, 3 in the second. Didn't score in the third as they stranded 2 base runners. And Morris certainly not used to seeing that kind of traffic. Wind in the 1-0 pitch. Inside to Marin, and she drilled her. Drilled her on the front shoulder. So Marin will wear the hit by pitch. And a runner on first base with 1 out for the Golden Bears, as Ella Schaaf will be the batter. Schaaf, one of the few Golden Bears yet to be on base tonight, 0-for-2 with a pop out to the catcher and a strikeout. But Schaaf, of course, has more than made up of that for the way she's pitched so far in this game. But Morris once again with a base runner on. She and Ella Schaaf are 1 and 2 in the top of Iowa West in whip, which is walks and hits per innings pitched, and really shows how much traffic on the base paths pitchers are seeing. As the pitch gets away from Lamb behind home plate, and Marin's going to second. Another passed ball here in this ball game, or another wild pitch, however you want to score that, but I'd say that would be a passed ball as Marin goes up to second. Runner in scoring position for the Golden Bears. But Morris came into this game with a whip of 126. Schaaf second in the conference with a whip of 127. So those two are really allowing the least base runners per inning in the conference. 1-0 pitch in tight, and that's going to be a called strike to Schaaf. Leaned her back a little bit, but in there for a called strike. Barron on second base, 1 out. Schaaf batting as the Golden Bears lead the Broncos 7-1. Wickman due up next in the batting order. Outfield fairly deep for Schaaf as the neck offering by Morris. Line drive towards right field, but foul as Schaaf is just a little bit behind that one. Line driving at right field towards the corner, but a good opposite field approach. Not trying to pull a pitch that's on the outside corner and just giving what Morris gives you. And it's a 1-2 count now on Schaaf. So Schaaf batting, Wickman to follow. Alish after that for the Golden Bears. Morris with the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. She got Ella Schaaf. That is K number 3 by Morris. And that'll leave the runner at second base now with 2 outs. So 2 outs, Lily Wickman the batter. Over 2 so far tonight for the Golden Bears. The designated hitter batting for the flex player Shiloh Trainer has been behind home plate for the Golden Bears, moving into that starting catching role this season. Wickman leaning over the plate. Will watch the first pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Lamb. Marin trying to advance to third. Throw down in time. Marin slides in safely. She got a fantastic read on that one as the ball deflected towards the right of Lamb into the left-handed batter's box. Not particularly far away, but Lamb picked it up through to third base, and Marin got such a good jump she was able to get there in time. And now for the amount of balls we've seen going back to the screen, Marin needs to be ready on third base to potentially come home if another one goes back to the screen at some point this at-bat. 1-0 to Wickman. Wickman taking, there's a called strike. 1-1 count. Right-handed hitting designated hitter for the Golden Bears. Wickman, the 8th grader for Bishop Garrigan, moving into that starting lineup. The sophomore Morris motions and fires the 1-1 and missed down and away for a ball, 2-1 count. Marin with a noticeable secondary lead on third base drew the attention of the catcher Lamb, but not enough to draw a throw down to third base. As Wickman trying to work her way into a hitter's count. 2-1 right now to Wickman. There's a smash towards second base. It's knocked down at the second base position by Hudapol. She'll throw to first base, and it's in time for the out as Wickman is retired. Golden Bears put a runner on third base, but they do not score as Wickman is retired 4-3 on the ground out, and we'll head to the 5th. Still 7-1 in favor of Bishop Garrigan on KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube channel.
Thank you to these sports club members bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Kasuth Regional Health Center. Make KRHC your home for healthcare.
Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country, carrying steel and Toro products and Green Mountain pellet grills.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush always beats a full house.
Ruhnke Brothers Full Service. Experience the Ruhnke Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Erpelding Boyd & Company CPAs, they're not just about taxes.
Hy-Vee, use the Fuel Saver card. Fill your cart, fuel your car.
North Iowa Appliance Center, Highway 18 East in Algona, where they sell the best and service the rest.
Erpelding Excavating Enterprises. Let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
AK's Chrome Kitchen. When you come in, your family.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
We get ready to start off the 5th inning here on Hometown Radio KLGA and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream as the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears lead the Belmond-Klemme Broncos right now by a score of 7-1. Golden Bears are 4 in the first inning and 3 in the second. Broncos scoring their lone run in the 4th. And the past couple of innings, Kaylin Morris has settled in for Belmond-Klemme, stranding a couple runners on base for the Golden Bears. But the question is it too little too late? Golden Bears attacked her early in the ball game, and Morris now settling in with a couple of scoreless frames. But again, you have to ask if that's in time, and the Broncos can produce enough offense to get back into this one. This inning, it'll be 8-9-1 in the batting order of Gabrielson, McMurray, and Hudapol as Schaaf finalizes her warm-up tosses. But Schaaf, once again, as usual, has been tremendous. 7 strikeouts, just 2 hits allowed so far tonight by the Bishop Garrigan senior, as Gabrielson was one of those strikeout victims. 0 for 1 with a strikeout her first time up. Again, Gabrielson, McMurray, Hudapole this inning for the Broncos. Belmond-Klemme trying to get back to 500 after losing back-to-back games. Right now they sit at 6-7 on the season. Garrigan 7-1 so far in their campaign. Wind of the pitch by Schaaf. That is upstairs for a ball, 1-0 count. But manageable schedule so far for the Golden Bears. A lot of rainouts, as is par for the course, especially with how wet this spring or early summer has been. 1-0 count right now is Schaaf. Motions and brings the next pitch. And puts that one right over the plate for a called strike, 1-1. Again, took a little off that one, just getting that first strike over to Gabrielson. Golden Bears now playing a little more straight up in the outfield. Bodie has moved a step or two towards left center field. Hoagland still shallow in right field, playing fairly close to the line over there. 1-1 by Schaaf. Swing and a miss. Gabrielson got underneath that one, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes from Ella Schaaf. Schaaf piled up 8 strikeouts last time these two teams matched up. Trying to match that total here as he playing in the top of the 5th. She'll glimpse at the wristband. The Garrigan senior ready with the 1-2. Outside corner, called strike 3, and Gabrielson is frozen. A strikeout victim for the second time tonight, and that is K number 8 by Ella Schaaf. 1 out, nobody on base, and the number 9 hitter, Nevy McMurray, the batter. McMurray drew a walker first time up. One of the 2 walks issued tonight by Schaaf. Right-handed hitting batter. Waves the bat above that right shoulder. She's choked up about an inch or 2 as well. Pitch to McMurray. And that one's a little bit above the letters for a ball, 1-1 count, or 1-0 count. Said this earlier in the game as well, but McMurray has been one of the only hitters in the Bronco lineup who's been able to resist that high fastball or high rise ball that Ella Schaaf's been able to throw. They've been swinging at a lot of pitches at and above the letters tonight. 1-0 pitch, McMurray pops that one foul, first base side, curving out of play, and that one hits the light post over the first base dugout. Good on target shot there by McMurray, and the count evens up at 1-1. So McMurray batting after that, back to the top of the order for the Broncos of Hudapole. Schaaf pitched hitless softball for the first 3 innings. Gave up 2 hits during the 4th. That opposite field double by Addie Lamb and the single up the middle by Ella Negrete. 1-1 count here at McMurray. Schaaf delivers. And missed downstairs with that one, 2-1 count. A lot of Schaaf's misses tonight have been down low, and you can certainly live with that if you're Garrigan. Not a lot you can do as a hitter when the pitch misses down low besides take it. Sometimes those high pitches, if you can get on top of it, you can drive it into the outfield. But you like to see Schaaf working that bottom part of the zone as the 2-1 pitch drifts outside for a ball, and once again, Schaaf falls behind McMurray 3-1. Schaaf in danger of walking McMurray for the second time tonight. Schaaf will take a deep breath, offer up the 3-1 pitch, and ball 4. That is walk number 3 of the night by Ella Schaaf, and McMurray on off the walk for the second time tonight. So a 1-out base runner for Belmond-Klemme. They went down 1-2-3 in the first inning, but have had at least 1 base runner every inning besides that, as Hudapole will be the batter. Tough night against Schaaf so far, though, for Hudapole, as she is over 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Hudapole came into tonight with just 5 strikeouts total on the season compared to 9 walks, but already 2 Ks tonight against Schaaf. Right-handed batter stands still in the box as Schaaf sails that one upstairs for a ball, 1-0 count. Garrigan doing a good job when runners are on base, staying active in the middle infield. You can see on the video stream if you're watching online that Abby Capacious, the shortstop, and Molly Peterson, the second baseman, always go behind Schaaf to back up the throw from the catcher back to the pitcher. 1-0 pitch. That's a called strike, and the count evens up 1-1. And you would expect the throw to go back to the pitcher uneventfully 99 times out of 100, if not 999 times out of 1,000, but you've always got to stay active on defense and be ready for anything. Runner on first, McMurray. 1-1 count. Ground ball towards shortstop. Capacious has it. She'll go to second base for 1. Peterson tries to turn it, and the throw not in time. Montag with a nice scoop on the forehand side at first base, even though that wasn't in time, as the out is recorded. So 2 away. Fielder's choice will erase McMurray at second base. And Hudapole on at first on the fielder's choice. But that was a great pick at first by Montag. Otherwise, Hudapole is standing at second. Now it's Mullenbrook, who's put the ball in play a couple of times tonight, but couple of ground outs on her ledger, and she'll take that pitch for ball 1. Well, the number 9 hitter, McMurray, who's been walked twice, and Mullenbrook, who's grounded out twice, those are the only 2 Bronco hitters who have yet to be struck out by Ella Schaaf in tonight's game. And Mullenbrook came into the game leading Belmond-Klemme for the most strikeouts. 1-0 pitch, Mullenbrook takes that one, and count will go 2-0. But Mullenbrook in her first couple of bats swung early against Schaaf. She did not spot Ella Schaaf a strike and ended up grounding out a couple of times, once to shortstop, once to second base. Here's the 2-0 pitch by Schaaf. Mullenbrook rockets that one to the gap in left center field for a base hit. That one will scoot all the way to the fence. Hudepohl is coming around third base. She'll take a look and she'll try to score. Throws cut off by Capacious. Fakes 3-8 to the plate, and sliding in is Hudepohl. RBI double by Mullenbrook, her first hit of the night, and that'll make it 7-2. Capacious did a nice job cutting that throw off and then seeing if there was anything doing at second base, but Mullenbrook did not come around the bag that time, so Belmond-Klemme for their second run of the game on the scoreboard, and that'll make it 7-2. Taking advantage of the walk issued by Ella Schaaf earlier. So some offense going of 2 outs for the Broncos, and now you go to the middle of the order. Addie Lamb, who doubled her last time up. This is the 3rd time through the batting order for Belmond-Klemme, so each time you go through the order, the success usually goes a little bit more and more towards the hitters. Pitch to Lamb, and that one taken down and in for a ball, 1-0 count. But Lamb has struck out. She's doubled the right center. And if a base hit here, all of a sudden the Broncos are feeling a little bit better about themselves. Right now down by 5 runs in the 5th inning, so not a ton of time, but you're in the middle of the order right now. You've got to get something more out of this. This is popped up foul behind home plate coming towards the press box, and it rattles into the bleachers. Oh, man, I think that was one of the trainers there who couldn't make the play over there. You hate to see that.
Die for that.
1-1 count as Lamb fouls that off. But if you're the Broncos, the middle of the batting order is not guaranteed to come up again besides this inning. So, point being, if you're Lamb, you hate to put too much pressure on a hitter to get a hit against Ella Schaaf, but you really got to get on base here and keep this inning going of 2 outs. Otherwise, you're relying on the bottom of the order to get on base and try to work its way back to the middle of the batting order. But right now, number 3 hitter is batting. We're playing in the 5th inning. And if the Broncos do not get anything out of Lamb here, they'll have 6 outs to work with. 2-1 pitch, inside corner, called strike. Schaaf painting the changeup that time. The count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. So key situation for the Broncos. This is the point of the game where 1 run is not enough. Down 7-2 right now, all the Belmond-Klemme Broncos trailing the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears in this top of Iowa West matchup. 2-2 count. Schaaf delivers. That one is lined towards right center field, and that'll get the job done. Down for a base hit. Alish dives and cuts it off, and Lamb is held to a single, but coming home to score is Mullenbrook. Addie Lamb goes opposite field for the 2nd time tonight and knocks in the run. Belmond-Klemme getting a little bit closer here as it's 7-3. Oh, how good was that with 2 strikes? Outside corner. She just squared that ball up and lined it to right center field, and give Stacia Alish credit. That was a good hustle play by Alish because she had to dive to knock that down. If that ball gets past her, Lamb is standing on second base, and the Broncos have another runner in scoring position. Now Negrete is batting. RBI single her last time up. If I'm the Broncos here, I'm stealing with Lamb, as that pitch is popped foul first base side, and it's out of play. So Golden Bears leading at 7-3 right now as the Broncos have scored 2 so far this inning. 0-1 count on Negrete. But if I'm the Broncos, I saw Negrete time Schaaf up last time, just send a ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. I want to have Lamb steal second base here and know that with a single you could score not a run. You've got to maximize this inning now if you're Belmond-Klemme, as they've already scored 2. Looking to get back into it. 0-1 count. Wind in the pitch. And just missed apparently as Negrete will step out and take a couple of practice cuts. So far, Lamb has not showed any activity at first base. She has stolen 2 bags so far this season in 3 attempts. As Schaaf climbs back into the pitcher's circle. Her next offering. Down and in. Picking around the strike zone here against the number 4 hitter as Pigman waits on deck. Morris in the hole for Belmond-Klemme. And the Broncos putting pressure on the Golden Bears here in the 5th inning. A walk, a fielder's choice. A couple of base hits. Wind in the 2-1. Slow roller towards the circle, speared by Schaaf. She'll toss it on to first base, and in time for the out. Schaaf will retire the number 4 hitter, but the Broncos do score 2 runs. It is 7-3 Bishop Garrigan, as we'll head on to the bottom of the 5th. High school softball action here on KLGA and at the Algona Radio YouTube channel.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio are brought to you by these fine sports club members.
American Glass. For all your glass needs, think American.
Farm Bureau Financial Agents Dave Beich, Jason Brace, Daniel Folk, and Michael Toll.
Chemco Tires. They're all you need to know about tires and service.
Wykert Realtors, the 515 Agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Billy Offerman, your State Farm insurance agent in Algona. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Iowa Lakes Community College, your community, your college.
Lusher Family Dentistry, serving your family since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
BMC Advantage Insurance Services, insuring our neighbors for over 80 years.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, caring for Algona, Sway City, and the surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional, and physical therapy services.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
Belmond-Klemme has scored 3 unanswered runs, and now Bishop Garrigan will try to respond. Golden Bears still leading 7-3 as they scored 7 runs over the first 2 innings, but now the Broncos have started to find some offense against Ella Schaaf, slowly working their way back into this ball game. And now Garrigan will try to add to their lead here, 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order. Seisha Olish, Violet Boley, and Molly Peterson the batters, as Olish is 1 for 2. Ground ball single and a strikeout so far tonight. Going back to work against Kaylin Morris for Belmond-Klemme. While Morris has settled in as the game has gone on, came out, the Golden Bears attacked her first time through the batting order. In fact, first 2 times through the batting order, but after that, she's been able to strand runners on base and minimize the traffic more so than the first 2 innings, as Olish takes that pitch over the outside part for a called strike. The Golden Bears up 7-3 right now. Broncos scored 1 run in the 4th. They scored 2 in the 5th. Getting their first few hits of the game against Ella Schaaf, as the 1-0 pitch, or 0-1 pitch that is fouled back, and now 0-2 here on Olish. Morris so far this inning, working that outside part of the plate, trying to force the Golden Bears to go to the opposite field. Abby Capacious started the scoring tonight with a pooled 3-run homer towards left center field. That was her 5th home run of the season. Should mention as well for Capacious, didn't get a chance to say this yet tonight, but on Friday against West Hancock, Capacious stole a couple of bases and has now tied the school record for career steals, as Olish swings and misses for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night for Morris. A 3-pitch strikeout got Olish to extend the zone up and away that time, and she went outside, 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 and Olish had to protect that part of the strike zone. So, second K of the night of Seisha Olish, and now Violet Bodie will bat, as she has tapped out to the pitcher twice so far in this game. 0 for 2 at the plate. 1 out, nobody on base. Wind on the pitch. Over the head of Bodie to the backstop, and the count goes 1-0. With the 2 stolen bases against West Hancock on Friday night, Abby Capacious now has 113 career steals, tied for the school record of Madison Meister, so the next one will put Capacious in sole possession of the school stolen base record. Again, already holding the batting average record, already holding the home run and triples record as well. As she continues to climb that record board, she may approach a couple more later on this season as Bodie takes outside and the count goes to 2-0. Peterson on deck, Hoagland in the hole. Garrigan up 7-3. Southpaw Morris brings the 2-0 pitch. Bodie swings and misses. Went after one on the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-1. Bodie so far tonight against Morris, the left-handed pitcher, has pulled her head out a couple of times on those big swings. If Morris stays outside, it's going to be hard for Bodie to reach that pitch as the 2-1 comes inside, and the count goes 3-1. That pitch up and into Bodie. So 3-1 count, 1 out, nobody on base. Peterson, who's been on base twice tonight, waiting on deck for the Golden Bears. Morris dials up the 3-1 pitch. Slow roller towards shortstop, charged by Negrete. It's bobbled, and Bodie's going to be safe at first base. Negrete could not field that one cleanly. She knew she had to hurry to get the speeding Bodie at first. And Violet Bodie will be on the E6, starting things off for Bishop Garrigan. So now Peterson, who has walked and singled so far tonight, she'll be the batter, trying to get a couple runners on for the top of the order for Garrigan. Bodie on first base, 1 out, 7-3 in favor of the Bears, as Peterson looks to continue the tremendous start to the season she's been off to so far. Wind in the pitch. Peterson attacks the first pitch and smokes it into center field for a base hit. Bodie goes station to station, but the ball's misplayed in center field. Now Bodie restarts and goes to third base. Ball got past Gabrielson in center, and the Golden Bears are cooking here in the fifth. Runners at the corners, only one out. And Alyssa Hoagland, the leadoff batter, coming up for Garrigan. So the E6 by Negrete to start off this rally for the Golden Bears, now looming large. Bodie on third base, Peterson on first. The defense was a big issue for Belmond-Klemme last time these teams matched up, as they committed 6 errors against the Golden Bears, leading to all 3 runs and that 3-2 victory being unearned. And now they have opened up the inning for the leadoff batter, Alyssa Hoagland. Hoagland taps it one towards third base. It's picked up by Molenbrook, and she has to eat it. There is no play. No one was covering first base, and a run scores for the Golden Bears. 8-3 Bishop Garrigan. That is the second time tonight we've seen that, where Pigman was looking at the slap bunt hitter and charging in, and all of a sudden no one took first base. So that's not an error, that's an infield single, but that was a base that was not covered for the Broncos. 8-3 Bishop Garrigan with the response run. Now Zoe Montag, who had her streak of 9 consecutive hits snapped at the pop out, but she's 2 for 3 as the pitch goes to the backstop. Golden Bears will move runners up to second and third base. And still only 1 out in the inning. And all of a sudden, all the hard work Belmond-Klemme did to get back in this game is at the risk of unraveling. Only 1 out, Montag batting, Capacious looming in the on-deck circle. And Montag will step out as Morris was taking too long for her liking. The Garrigan Jr. for a couple base hits so far tonight. 1 on the first, 1 on the second. Montag has scored 2 runs tonight. Left-on-left matchup. Morris brings the 1-0. Montag watches one up above the letters, and the count goes 2-0. Well, key to Montag's success this season, cutting down the strikeout rate. Montag has led the Golden Bears in strikeouts the past 3 seasons, but each year her strikeout total has gone down, and right now striking out a career low rate as she'll slap that one third base side off the light pole. Foul, and the count goes to 2-1. We've seen a couple light pole foul balls tonight. Don't think we've seen any of those so far this season, but a couple hitters cueing it right off the light pole along the baselines. A 2-1 count on Montag. She's really improved that bat control at the plate so far this season as the 2-1 pitch. Thought about bunting, she pulled it back, and it's a 3-1 count. Trying to draw those corner infielders in of Molenbrook at third, Pigman at first. Now 3-1 count. This one has to be perfect if you're Zoe Montag. Morris laboring through the fifth. 3-1 pitch. Montag takes it upstairs for ball 4, and they are loaded for Abby Capacious. Nowhere to put any base runners. Bags are full of Golden Bears right now. Peterson at third base, Hoagland at second, Montag at first, and Abby Capacious, who already homered tonight, stepping up to the plate. Homered in the first, hit by a pitch in the second, then it flew out to left field in the fourth. And Morris sweating it out in the pitching circle. The wind in the first pitch to Capacious. She attacks it, flies it deep left field, but she got out in front of it and she pulled it foul. Oh my goodness, that one may never land. That one is onto the track. That one easily would have been a home run if that had been fair, but Capacious just out in front. Well, Morris may think again before coming inside of her next pitch. She may look to keep the next couple of pitches outside. Just a long strike on Capacious. 0-1 pitch. She attacks it again, flies it high in the air towards left field, moving towards the line is McMurray in front of the fence, makes the catch at the wall. Tagging up and scoring from third base is Molly Peterson. That one was caught, I think, a step or two in foul territory, so that one would have been a foul anyways, but Capacious narrowly misses a home run there as the run scores from third. So tag on a run for the Golden Bears. 9-3 Bishop Garrigan on the sacrifice fly by Abby Capacious. 4 runs driven in so far tonight. And 2 runs this inning for Bishop Garrigan. Boy, that nearly electrified the crowd of a grand slam. And one of the poor Golden Bears is on retrieve that softball duty from Capacious. As there's a foul to the seats. Hey, that was a great catch down there by the fan who made that. I know I get on the people who missed the foul balls, but that was a fantastic catch behind home plate there. But one of the Golden Bears has to go all the way from the first base dugout all the way to the track. That's Bree Ludwig chasing down that foul ball. And Ludwig's going to get the conditioning in tonight, folks, because that last foul ball Capacious hit was prodigious. And onto the football field pretty much, onto where the sideline would be on the visitor side of the field. 0-1 count, pitch to Marin. She'll fly it in the air towards right center field. This is going to be a long run. It's dropping in a hurry, and it's down for a base hit. Coming around to score for Bishop Garrigan is Hoagland, and right behind her is Zoe Montag, throw to the plate, and it gets away. Montag scores, Marin's on her way to third base, and she'll walk in. A couple of runs score for the Golden Bears as Marin bloops one out to right center field, and this game is unraveling for the Broncos. 2 runs scoring, and once again on the ball to the outfield, the Broncos were just too slow getting that one back into the infield. Runner moves up all the way to third base. 11-3 Golden Bears, as Ella Schaaf will be the batter. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. Well, I should mention, if the Golden Bears score 2 more this inning, the game will be over. It's 11-3 Bishop Garrigan. Marin on third base, 2 away, pitch to Schaaf. Down and away for a ball, 1-0 count. Golden Bears are up 7-0. Broncos scored 3 runs to make it 7-3, but now the Golden Bears have roared back for 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Largest lead of the game for Bishop Garrigan, 11-3. McMurray out left field, extremely deep. 1-0 pitch to Schaaf. Little tapper out in front of home plate towards the right side, and that one will trickle foul by about an inch or 2. Addie Lamb, the catcher, wanted to pounce on that one and played in fair territory, but couldn't get to it in time as it curved into the left-handed batter's box. 1-1 count now on Schaaf. But Schaaf batting, Wickman on deck. Schaaf and Wickman, the only 2 Golden Bears starters not to be on base yet tonight, but that could change this inning. 1-1 count, pitch to Schaaf. And she'll line it into left field for a base hit. Hannah Marin can walk home, and it's 12-3 Bishop Garrigan. A 5-run inning by the Golden Bears, and they are producing with runners in scoring position. Ella Schaaf now 1 for 4 for the RBI single, and the train keeps rolling. We'll see if the Golden Bears go courtesy runner at first base or if they leave Ella Schaaf out there. Looks like they're going to go courtesy runner as Coach Purdy will talk with the home plate umpire. But this is a 5-run inning for the Golden Bears, and Ella Schaaf, RBI number 7 of the season. So Peterson will run at first base for Schaaf, as Wickman will be the batter. So Peterson now at first base, Wickman the batter for the Golden Bears. As, again, 1 run here, and the Golden Bears ended early. 12-3 Bishop Garrigan as Wickman 0 for 3 so far tonight. Grounded at the second base her last time around. Jenna Peterson at first base. Outfield straight up for Wickman. 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. As Wickman flies that one into center field fairly deep, starting in Gabrielson. Slams on the brakes and makes the catch. Almost overran that ball, and the inning is over. Golden Bears, though, send 9 batters to the plate. They score 5 runs and lead at 12-3 as we head to the top of 6 on KLGA 92.7 and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream.
We've got more sports club members making this broadcast possible on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Reeves Wicked Good Bar and Grill. For wicked good food, drinks, and service, you gotta go to Reeves.
CB Grain Solutions, satisfaction guaranteed.
New Way K&H Co-op, delivering exceptional value through knowledge and innovation.
Dump it. They do the dirty work so you don't have to.
Albert Electric. Flip the switch to Albert Electric.
Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants, where everyone counts.
Yemlin Builders and Apartments, quality apartments for rent, beauty and craftsmanship that will never go out of style.
Daylight Donuts, open early with delicious donuts and great coffee.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
Hi, Golden Bear fans. This is Violet Bodie, and you're listening to Bishop Garrigan Softball on KLGA.
Bishop Garrigan sends 9 batters to the plate in the bottom of the 5th, and they played 5 runs, and they have blown this game open 12-3 as Ella Schaaf spent a long time not pitching, and she'll head back out to the pitching circle to face Pigman, Morse, and Jazz this inning. Well, the Golden Bears scoring 5 runs that inning and nearly had more. Abby Capacious narrowly missed a grand slam to left field, had to settle for a sacrifice fly. But that was about the only thing that went wrong in the 5th for Bishop Garrigan, as Schaaf will miss her ball 1. Pigman tonight, walking to ground out to shortstop. 4 hits during that 5th inning for the Golden Bears. They were also helped out by a Belmond-Klemme error that got the first runner of the inning on base, as Schaaf will take a walk around the pitching circle here, as will Pigman around home plate. 0-1 count. 12-3 Golden Bears getting the bats working this week before they face some extremely tough pitching coming up. already facing a really good pitcher tonight with Morris, but it only goes up from here as that one is fouled back. Count evens at 1-1. Central Springs, of course, always has some great pitching depth. They've been to state softball multiple years in Class 2A in the recent seasons, and then ELC, as we mentioned, they have two of the best pitchers in the state, regardless of who they decide to pitch. Tatum Dunleavy or Riley Yeager. That's coming up on Thursday for the Golden Bears in non-conference action. 1-1 pitch. Schaaf missing away, and the count goes to 2-1. So far tonight, Ella Schaaf with 8 strikeouts. And she's only given up 3 hits so far in this game. Actually, check that, 4 hits so far. In either case, keeping the runs down for the Broncos. 2-1 pitch by Schaaf. And sailed that one up and away, 3-1 count. Command has not quite been as sharp the past couple of innings as it was earlier in the game. And again, like we mentioned, Schaaf spent a long time in that first base dugout while the Golden Bears batted around during the 5th inning. There have been some long innings for the Golden Bears. They batted 8 in the first, 7 in the second, and then 9 to the plate in the 5th. Roller back to the circle, speared by Schaaf. Throws to first base, and it's in time for the out. That's been a common sight as well. 1-3 groundouts in your scorebook. That's the 3rd time tonight Belmond-Klemme's grounded out to the pitcher as they force Schaaf to field their position. 1 out, nobody on base. Broncos with 5 outs to work with, down 12-3. And the batter, Kalen Morris, a strikeout victim against Schaaf twice so far tonight. Left on right matchup, as Alish will shift a couple of steps towards right center field with a left-handed batter at the plate. First pitch by Schaaf, and that one comes up and in on Morris for a 1-0 count. Morris was gearing up and getting ready to swing at that first pitch, but had to keep those hands back as that pitch came up and in. Golden Bears looking to start the season 8-1. That's the 1-0 count right now by Schaaf. Wind down the pitch. Slow dribbler foul first base side. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Golden Bears in their half of the 6th will start in the same spot they did last inning, 7, 8, 9 in the batting order once they get back up to bat. Schaaf walks back to the rubber. Fires in the 1-1 pitch. Hit high in the air, middle of the infield. Drifting out towards the shallow outfield, coming in and making the catch is Hoagland. Hoagland right at the edge of the infield dirt, came all the way in from right to make the catch on that pop-up. And that is out number 2, but good play by the outfielder is usually you do want the outfielders calling off the infielders on close plays like that. It's a better angle for the outfielder coming in than it is for the infielder coming out. And we may be seeing a pinch hitter here for Belmond-Klemme as Jas was scheduled to bat. The new batter for Belmond-Klemme is going to be Ella Walrod, the freshman. Walrod is getting her first at-bat of the season. She's appeared in a couple of games, but no at-bat so far, just as a runner and defensively for Belmond-Klemme. So Jas over 2 tonight, but replaced by the pinch hitter. Walrod, the tall right-hander for Belmond-Klemme, will stand all the way up at the front of that right-handed box on top of the plate as well. Facing Schaaf for the first time as Schaaf pours one over for a called strike, 0-1. Ella Schaaf's last 1-2-3 inning came during the first. Has a chance to do it here in the 6th as well, with Garrigan leading at 12-3. Broncos tonight, they've stranded 4 runners on base. So not a ton of traffic, but they pretty consistently had 1 base runner per inning for the most part. 0-1 pitch. Down and in for a ball, count evens at 1-1. Obviously the 4th for the 5th had a little more traffic because they were able to push across 1 run in the 4th and 2 in the 5th. But they had just 1 base runner in the 2nd and 3rd innings. None in the 1st, and none so far here in the 6th. Schaaf brings the 1-1, sails it up to the backstop, count goes to 2-1. The Golden Bear offense really starting to click into place. We talked about the hitting of runners in scoring position. That's been great so far tonight. And a few double-digit run games as of late. We talked on Friday night, Golden Bears got things over with quickly against West Hancock, winning that one 12-0 in 3 innings against the Eagles. Had a 14-5 win against Forest City Wednesday night of last week, so we're starting to see those double-digit run games start to appear for the offense as Walrod cuts and misses for a strike. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Walrod stepped in the bucket that time for a front foot and couldn't reach that low outside pitch as it counts even at 2-2. Walrod batting, Gabrielson on deck. Schaaf looking for strikeout number 9 as she offers up the 2-2. Called strike 3 right down the middle. Walrod frozen on that, and Schaaf has K number 9 of the evening. Bishop Garrigan has a 1-2-3 6th inning. They will now bat in the bottom half of 6, leading 12-3 on at 92.7 KLGA.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
Hey Golden Bear fans, it's Ella Shafe. Are you ready for some Bishop Garrigan softball on KLGA?
Bishop Garrigan 12, Belmond-Klemme 3 as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning on KLGA and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream. Golden Bears scored 5 runs in the 5th, and if they score 1 run here, the game will come to an end as they lead by 9 right now, heading into the bottom of the 6th. Caitlin Morris will go back to work. Morris has been on and off so far tonight, gave up 4 runs in the first, 4 in the second, then settled down with scoreless 3rd and 4th innings, but Golden Bears exploding for 5 runs during the 5th. As Sasha Olish started off last inning with a strikeout. Ultimately, Golden Bears sent 9 batters to the plate. Olish 1 for 3 at the dish so far tonight, a couple of Ks and a ground ball single. Morris winds and fires, and Olish pops the first pitch up, first base side, foul territory. Pigman gives it a look. She reaches out and makes the grab right at the fence. If that ball is 1 foot further over, that's out of play, but Pigman had just enough room as Olish retired on the first pitch foul out. So here's Violet Bodie, got the whole rally started last inning, put the ball in play on the slow roller towards the shortstop Negrete, reached on the E6, and ultimately the Golden Bears rolled from that point on. Winding the pitch to Bodie, way outside for a ball, 1-0 count. Bodie batting, Peterson on deck. Hoagland, if anyone gets on base here in the 6th. 1 out, nobody on for the Golden Bears. Bishop Garrigan trying to send Belmond-Klemme to their 3rd consecutive loss. As Morris settles in and brings the 1-0 pitch. Down and away, check swing, and Bodie did not offer, and she works ahead in the count 2-0. But some of the highlights tonight, 3-run homer early by Abby Capacious. Also a wild pitch in the 1st inning, made it 4-0. Golden Bears tagged on a few runs in the 2nd inning as well, as that one is rolled towards the middle, speared by Morris in the circle, tosses it to first base, and it's in time to retire Bodie. Golden Bears go 2 up, 2 down to start at the 6th inning, and now Molly Peterson will try to spark a 2-out rally. Peterson's been a highlight so far tonight, 2 for 2, as she's been on base all 3 times in this ball game. Walked in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, and singled in the 5th. And she has smoked a couple of line drives for those 2 base hits. She's been ready to swing early against the lefty Morris. Pitch by Morris, Peterson check swing, fouls back to the screen for strike 1. She was ready to swing again there on the first pitch. Saw it was coming in a little bit too high and tried to hold up, but check swings it back to the screen to go down 0-1 on the count. Morris settles back onto the pitching rubber. 2 outs, nobody on base. Garrigan up 12-3. The southpaw winds and delivers. Popped in the air towards right field. It's shallow. Going out as the second baseman, and it's dropped. It's dropped by Hudapole, and Peterson's going to be safe at first. So a 2-out error will get things started for the Golden Bears.
Up next is Alyssa Hogg
on the E4, and that unofficially goes down as error number 3 for the Broncos in tonight's game. Well, the errors may be a little bit less relevant than last time around. Broncos made 6 errors the first match between these teams, and all 3 runs that scored were unearned, but still tonight that ability to commit an error has remained an Achilles heel for the Broncos. Came into tonight with 35 errors on the season. They have added 3 to that total as Hoagland takes outside for a ball, 1-0 count. Hoagland 3 for 3 tonight. She has singled 3 times, had an RBI single during the 5th. Laid down a sacrifice bunt during the 2nd inning in her other plate appearance. Outfield comes in, corner infield way in as well. 1-0 pitch, and that one is tapped towards 3rd base, and cutting across to make the catch is Mullenbrook. Hoagland got underneath that one and hit it in the air, which was not what she was intending to do, and that is out number 3 of the inning. So Hoagland retired, and so are the Golden Bears. No runs in the 6th, and Belmond-Klemme will have their last chance in the top of the 7th. Coming up next on 92.7 FM, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio are brought to you by these fine sports club members.
Farmer State Bank is proud to be part of our community. Offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Stroman Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Phil's Auto and Truck Repair. Service is the difference.
Trend Salon, your complete family hair salon. It's all about you.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, celebrating a life lived.
Algona Frame and Auto Body, we meet by accident.
Water connection, from softeners to bottled water, and service, call 295-SOFT.
Algona Pizza Ranch. There's so much to love.
Cotton Grave Farm Management and Land Realty in downtown Algona. Trusted for farmland service needs since 1960.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
All Bishop Garrigan so far tonight as Ella Schaaf tries to take it the distance. Bishop Garrigan leading Belmond-Klemme 12-3 as we head to the top of the 7th. Broncos with hitters number 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order. It's Gabrielson, McMurray, and Hudapol to bat against Ella Schaaf. Schaaf has 9 strikeouts so far and has pitched Bishop Garrigan to a 12-3 advantage. As the right-handed hitter Gabrielson, a couple strikeouts tonight, tried to check her swing and she went around. 0-1 count from Ella Schaaf. Golden Bears scoring 4 in the first, 3 in the second. They scored 5 in the 5th. Those were the 3 innings Garrigan needed so far in tonight's game, as taking a step out of the box will be Gabrielson as the home plate umpire adjusts his mask. But you could not have asked for a better start to the week for the Golden Bears. Not just winning against Belmond-Klemme, but winning big so far, as the pitch by Schaaf will miss, and the count evens at 1-1. Again, this is a big-time test week for the Golden Bears, what they have coming up in the non-conference schedule, and the fact that just about all these games are going to be on the road. Of course, we'll be with you Thursday night in Estherville as the Golden Bears take on the Midgets. Tall task for Bishop Garrigan to handle is the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Gabrielson falls behind in the count, 1-2. Schaaf looking to inch forward into double digits as far as strikeouts are concerned. Had 8 Ks last time these teams matched up. Gabrielson down in the count, 1-2. Schaaf's next offering. Missed upstairs, 2-2 count. Not a bad idea there by Schaaf. She's gotten several Broncos to really chase pitches high and out of the strike zone so far in tonight's game, but Gabrielson not tempted by that offering. Schaaf will walk back onto the pitching rubber. She'll check the wristband. Here's the motion, and at the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Ball is dropped behind home plate. Trainer tosses to first, and the strikeout is completed. That's now 10 Ks by Ella Schaaf, as Gabrielson's been retired by way of the K all 3 times tonight. 1 out. Broncos down to their final 2 outs of the game as Nevy McMurray will be the batter. McMurray's been on base twice tonight. Only Bronco to reach more than once, as she has been walked by Schaaf both times in this game. Right-handed hitting left fielder. Chokes up on the bat a little bit, and she'll stand up at the front of the box. McMurray out of a slightly closed stance as Schaaf delivers. Fires one over the inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Golden Bears playing their final home game of the week, as it's an 0-1 count right now as Schaaf climbs back onto the rubber. Handful of road games in a row after this. Wind in the 0-1. Line drive to the middle, and it's through into center field for a base hit. How about the number 9 hitter McMurray on base all 3 times tonight against Schaaf? That is hit number 5 of the evening by Belmond-Klemme, and they will have a 1-out base runner in the top of the 7th and turn things back over to the top of the order for Hudapol. Hudapol with a couple of strikeouts so far tonight, reached on a fielder's choice or last time around 0-3. Hudapol did go 2-for-4 against Schaaf the first time these 2 teams matched up, but still looking for that first base hit of this evening. So McMurray now on first base. Here's Schaaf. Rocks and fires. And she takes it for a called strike, 0-1 count.
Currently up to bat is Kendra Hudapol.
Mullenbrook waits on deck, Lamb in the hole for Belmond-Klemme. Golden Bear outfield playing straight up here for Hudapol. Medium depth. Schaaf 0-1 pitch. Flied in the air towards deep right center field. That one's going to be a long run, and it's into the gap for a base hit. McMurray around second base. She'll head to third base, and Hudapol will have to stop at second. She almost ran off the back of McMurray at that time. We had to wait to see if that ball would get into the gap or not. But once again, the Broncos go opposite field for a double. 6th hit against Ella Schaaf, and now it's second and third of 1 out. McMurray on third, Hudapol at second base. For Hudapol, that is double number 2 of the season. And now it is Jordan Mullenbrook. Hit an RBI double her last time up. Schaaf, as we said, has primarily worked outside so far tonight. And the Broncos haven't been able to go to the opposite field a lot, but when they have hit it hard, as there's a swing and a foul at the plate, 0-1 count. That right center field gap, fairly wide open if the way Garrigan's aligned defensively, and There have been about 3 or 4 times tonight where the Broncos have found a way to shoot that ball to the right center gap. And a lot of that just depends on where the pitcher's location is going to be, too, where you hit that ball. But, again, if Shafe's going to work on the outside corner, you can try to target that right center gap. That is a winning formula for the Broncos tonight. 0-1 pitch. Popped in the air, first base side, foul territory. Montag giving it a look, and she makes the catch. Oh, man, that got scary for a second. Montag took a look at Trainer, realized Trainer wasn't going to make the catch, and then Montag had to re-spot the ball in the sky and make the catch. Made the basket catch, and that is out number 2. And the Broncos down to their final out. Addie Lamb, the catcher, she's 2 for 3 tonight. Struck out her first time up, but then doubled and singled. She has knocked in 1 run so far for the Broncos. Shafe trying to finish this one off. 12-3 Bishop Garrigan. Top of the 7, pitch to Lamb. Flies the first pitch, first base side. Peterson underneath it. Montag calls her off and makes the grab, and the game is over. Bishop Garrigan sweeps Belmond-Klemme. They win it tonight by a final count of 12-3 as Ella Shafe once again goes the distance. Shafe picks up another win, her 8th of the season, as the Golden Bears improve to 8-1, and they are now 6-1 in conference play. Belmond-Klemme loses their 3rd in a row as they fall to 6-8, 3-5 in top of I-West play. So Shafe picks up the win. She is now 37-21 in her career as the Golden Bears win this one at 12-3. We'll step aside for a timeout, get a couple of messages in, and come back with tonight's final stats after this on Hometown Radio.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at moneypass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
Thank you to these sports club members bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Kossuth Regional Health Center. Make KRHC your home for healthcare.
Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country, carrying steel and Toro products and Green Mountain pellet grills.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush always beats a full house.
Ruhnke Brothers Full Service. Experience the Ruhnke Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Erpelding Boyd & Company CPAs, they're not just about taxes.
Hy-Vee, use the Fuel Saver card. Fill your cart, fuel your car.
North Iowa Appliance Center, Highway 18 East in Algona, where they sell the best and service the rest.
Erpelding Excavating Enterprises. Let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
AK's Chrome Kitchen. When you come in, your family.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
At Security State Bank, we focus on the needs of local families, businesses, and farmers. Decisions are made locally. We live and work in your neighborhood, helping to keep our local community vibrant and growing. We're involved in local community events. We believe in personalized service and advice that meets or exceeds your expectations. We're Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Bankers who believe in you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Security State Bank.
We've got more sports club members making this broadcast possible on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Algona Livestock, sales every Monday.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce, 2 sauces for all seasons.
Farm and Home Services, view their listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Holmes Animal Clinic, animals large and small, they love them all.
Style Salon, your salon in Algona, create yourself.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance. Visit their studio or danceconnectionbymichelle.com.
TAFE Wellness Center in Algona and Armstrong, keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Take charge of your health.
Signworks for all of your signage needs, as well as printed shirts, caps, and jackets. Stop in or call 295-9544.
Down to Earth Tree Service, your local Algona tree service.
Lichter's Garage Door Service, a reputation you can trust. Call 515-295-5988.
Sports Club members bringing you this game on the radio.
encouraging start to the week by the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears tonight, defeating Belmond-Klemme in top of Iowa West play by a final count of 12-3 from the Bishop Garrigan softball diamond. Good evening, everyone. Tyler Lance on Hometown Radio KLGA. Wrapping up tonight's broadcast with some final stats, unofficial for tonight, of course. The stats pitching-wise look like this. Ella Schaaf for Bishop Garrigan gets the win, her 8th of the season. Schaaf pitched 7 innings, allowing 6 hits. She walked 4 batters, but struck out 10 and allowed 3 runs tonight against the Broncos. Taking the loss tonight was Kaylin Morris. Boy, Morris was in the strike zone tonight, but the Golden Bears just hit her hard in this ball game. Morris pitched 7 innings, gave up 12 hits, only walked 2 batters. She struck out 4 and allowed 12 runs. And that's the difference between the opener of the season, that Bishop Garrigan beat Belmond-Klemme 3-2, and tonight's game. In that season opener, Morris was able to strike out 13 Golden Bears. The batters just didn't quite have their timing down yet, and that was the game where the pitchers had the advantage over the hitters. Tonight, it was advantage hitters. Second time this season for Bishop Garrigan seeing the southpaw Morris, and this time they had her timed up. They were able to knock around 12 base hits. They were also helped by 3 errors committed by Belmond-Klemme in tonight's game. And really, the clutch hitting, the hitting of runners in scoring position, which we talked about tonight, much better for the Golden Bears. They did a great job. The 2-out hitting, just keeping the train moving, passing the baton to the next hitters, and really making life tough on Morris and the rest of the Belmond-Klemme Broncos. The final totals for Bishop Garrigan, unofficially, 12 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Golden Bears, and 7 left on base. Belmond-Klemme, 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, and 6 runners left on base. Some offensive highlights tonight. First for the visiting Broncos, Addie Lamb ended up going 2 for 4 in tonight's ball game. She got a double and a run driven in. So 2 for 4 tonight for Addie Lamb. Ella Negrete, 1 for 3 tonight, had an RBI single for Belmond-Klemme, so she was on base. And then Nevi McMurray, the number 9 hitter, on base all 3 times tonight. Walked a couple of times and singled, 1 for 1 at the dish for the Broncos. On the Bishop Garrigan side of things, a few multi-hit games tonight to talk about. Alyssa Hoagland once again continues to have an ironclad grip on that leadoff spot. 3 for 4 at the plate in tonight's game. Also laid down a good sacrifice bunt earlier, had an RBI, so Hoagland really set the tone for this Garrigan offense with that production from the top of the order. Zoe Montag had another multi-hit game. She finished 2 for 3 at the dish tonight. Abby Capacious did not have a multi-hit game, but she had a 4 RBI game, so she'll take it. Capacious 1 for 2 at the plate tonight, hit a 3-run homer in the first inning, narrowly missed a grand slam on the 4th inning, had to settle for a sacrifice fly. Actually, that was during the 5th inning, but in any case, Capacious 1 for 2 tonight with 4 runs knocked in. Hannah Marin for Bishop Garrigan on base tonight all 4 times, as she finishes 2 for 3. That one was an error in the second inning, but 2 for 3 otherwise. She was hit by a pitch. She drove in a couple of runs. And at the bottom of the order, Molly Peterson on base tonight for the Golden Bears 4 times, singled twice, walked, and also reached via an error. So we talk about it a lot for the Golden Bear lineup, but when you're hitting above 400, there's production 1 through 9, and that was certainly the case tonight. Golden Bears had a much better approach tonight against Morris than they did the first time around, did a much better job making contact, and like we said, Belmond-Klemme has had some issues defensively this year, and Golden Bears are able to take full advantage of that, taking extra bases when possible, putting the ball in play throughout the night, only striking out 4 times, and really had a lot of line drives, a lot of hard-hit balls. Of course, everyone will remember the Capacious home run from earlier in the game, but even besides that, there were just a ton of line drives into the gaps. This is the kind of hitting night that you need to see if you're Bishop Garrigan. So Golden Bears will now dial up and get ready for a big-time week for the rest of this week. Again, at Central Springs, at Esterville Lincoln Central, at Lake Mills. Not easy games for the Golden Bears, but a good chance to see what the team is made of, and could not have started any better than beating Belmond-Klemme 12-3 tonight. Coverage-wise for us, we'll have the next Golden Bears softball game on Thursday night against ELC. That'll be the next time we cover the Golden Bears. You can catch that game right here on 92.7 KLGA and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream. Tonight, softball from the other side of town as Algona hosts Garner Hayfield Ventura in a North Central Conference versus top of Iowa West battle. So we'll have that game beginning at 7:30. You can find it here on KLGA and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream. That will wrap our broadcast up for tonight, though. I'm Tyler Lance signing off, as this has been a sports production of Hometown Radio KLGA. Once again, your final score, Bishop Garrigan 12 and Belmond-Klemme 3.